I'm leaving the audio.
All the best.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everyone to this live stream where we are going to watch a very interesting matchup between Surya Ganguly and Sam Shankland in a new scoring system. And with me, I have my very good friend, the one and only Harshit Bhai.
Hello, Sagar Bhai, and hello, chat. What an exciting match we have, Sagar Bhai. Surya Ganguly, who just finished second in Nationals, playing against Sam Shankland, one of the very strong grandmasters from America. And as human beings, we are quite susceptible to change. Like we try to we are not very welcoming towards it. But this format actually, I myself as a chess professional, I'm quite intrigued by how it's going to turn out, because if it goes well, maybe we'll see this implied in tournaments.
Yeah, let me tell the people what the new format is, Harshit Bhai. It is called the Venceslav Rutar format, and a win gets you 5 points. Normal chess. A favored draw gets you 3 points. An equal draw gets you 2 points. A disfavored draw 1 point, and a loss 0. This means that when a game ends in a draw, you have to check the material on the board, and the one who has more material gets 3 points, and one who has less gets 1 point. So very exciting this format, and it has been done by a person named Venceslav Rutar, who is a PhD scientist and lives in the US. He's from Slovenia, and he's the one. And at stake is $5,000. The winner gets 2,000, the loser gets 1,000, and the remaining 2,000 will be divided according to the number of wins and favored draws. So that's how the scoring works. Harshit Bhai, should we go to the match?
Let's go, I think, Sagar Bhai. I'll just give them a heads up.
Yeah, I think they are already ready. They're about to get going.
Yes.
Let's see. Oh, and Sam.
And the first move has been made. D4.
Plays D4. Harshit Bhai, I'm very excited what opening they will choose, because imagine if you go into a drawn game after sacrificing a pawn in the opening. You get you get only 1 point and the opponent gets 3.
True, and imagine if you especially go into some opening preparation which leads into a rook bishop versus rook endgame, which we know is a draw, a difficult one, but still a draw. Your opponent is going to get 2 extra points than you because of this new scoring system. So there's going to be a lot of psychological dynamics into choosing the openings.
I agree. In fact, I spoke with Surya Ganguly before the match, and he said, "Thank God this is happening after my national championship, because I have to figure out what to play." So for now, Surya has opted for the very solid Queen's Gambit declined, and we have the exchange variation followed by Bishop G5.
So I'm curious, Sagar Bhai, like with this new variant where material is so important, will people try to directly go for the mate, or will they try to play more conservatively and try to hold the balance of the position? It's going to be quite interesting to see how this format changes the way in which they play.
I agree. It's actually all new territory, first time, and the main point behind this is that draws are not the problem in chess. It's the way they are scored is the problem. That's what is the logic behind this new variant. And we have these 2 world-class grandmasters who are ready to try it out. E3 has been played. Harshit Bhai, any drawish lines here you are aware of in this line?
So this line, Sagar Bhai, we kind of call it the Carlsbad structure, with black having these 4 pawns on the queen side and 3 pawns on the king side. I personally like these positions for white, because whenever black goes c6, Sagar Bhai, we do what you've explained in a lot of your videos called the minority attack.
Yes.
Which is go b4, b5, trying to undermine that pawn chain.
Correct. If c6 is here, b4, b5 is common. Knight comes out to f3. And this is not very common, Harshit, because they generally put the bishop on d3 first.
Exact. Bishop d3, knight g2, and queen c2 is one idea. And here, Sam goes for knight to f3.
Yeah, h6.
X6, and I would be surprised if he takes on f6. However, bishop takes f6, bishop takes f6, and okay, he goes bishop f4. Wow, interesting.
In some senses, Harshit Bhai, isn't Surya Ganguly the favorite? Sam Shankland the favorite in this match, because in terms of rating, he's at least 100 plus points above his opponent.
Definitely has some edge in terms of ratings, Sagar Bhai. But when it comes to experience, Surya Ganguly has tremendous experience, has worked with some of the strongest players, including Vishwanathan Anand and also Vidit Gujarati in the recently concluded candidates event. And also, he's in good form, Sagar Bhai.
He finished second at the national championship, almost won it. He started with 7 out of 7, but then slowed down a bit. And now, he's played this move c5 and rook e8 at c5. So, this is not very common way to play, or maybe this is just modern theory, which I'm not aware of.
I think the point which Surya thinks is working for him is that since White played bishop g5 and then bishop f4, this extra h6 move kind of maybe makes him think that it's worth going into the isolated. Usually should be favored for White with the bishop outside the e3 pawn. If the White's bishop was on c1, then this would make a bit more sense for Black because the bishop is not active. But this position, I personally like a lot for White, Sagar Bhai, with the idea of castles and knight b5.
I have a feeling, Harshit, if you castle, then very quickly Surya will pin your knight and make it a little bit of a problem. Although the engine hates my move. And maybe it's time to ask our audience some question, because after bishop h5, Harshit Bhai, this is a very, very dangerous position. White has a very powerful move here.
Yeah. Let's see if the chat finds it.
Yeah, let's see if they can find it. And by the way, we have the founder of this variant, Venceslav, in the chat. We'll make him a mod here, so that everyone can recognize him on this channel.
Besides players, I myself, like as a spectator and also someone who's been in the chess community for a very, very long time, excited to see what this format is going to look like. And I definitely think that if we have a few more events of this, then it can become quite trendy.
Yeah, let's see. It's a start. We are at the cusp of something new happening here. And Harshit Bhai, g4 is the right move here, with bishop g6 taking, and then continuing with queen d3. And White is doing very well in that position. But the game did go this way. It went knight c6, rook c1, and now bishop g4. And I think Sam now played knight b5, bishop b6.
And now knight d6 played, but Sagar Bhai.
Wow. What there is a very amazing moment here.
I see it.
Did you see it? Did you spot it, Harshit Bhai? So. Surya did not spot it. He goes rook e7, which is a mistake, because now Sam simply chops off the pawn. Because if you take on b7, there is rook takes c6, White is a pawn up. And White can already offer a draw here. Because he's now a pawn up.
Can you quickly go back and show that important moment? Because this was the crucial moment of the game.
Yes.
These are the kind of moments. Did Surya play rook e6 already?
Yeah, no, Surya played rook e7 and knight b7 is on the board.
Yeah.
And this is the live board position now. But
why was Black better there?
Because of rook e6, which is a crazy move, Harshit Bhai. And after knight takes b7, There is an epic move here. Let's ask the chat, guys. Opera user says, tomorrow is my birthday. Sagar and Harshit bhai. Arre, Opera
Arre,
user, happy birthday in advance.
happy in advance birthday. Hopefully, you can get a lot of advanced inspiration from the two players here and from this new format.
Yeah, yeah. By the way, here the move is Queen E7. Fantastic move. Attacking the
Not easy
knight.
to spot, but Sagar bhai, I think that was one moment where you can um, basically afford to spend 2 minutes of your time
Yes.
because of it being such a crucial moment. And even if you have only 15 minutes, if you think about it, 3 minutes is only 20% of your time.
True, true. So here,
Um,
this should have been tried, but this wasn't tried, Harshit Bhai, and that is the reason why now Surya is in big trouble, because after rook e7, knight b7, we have rook b7, rook takes c6, knight e4, and bishop e2. And I think
yeah,
if you make such an error out of the opening in this system, it's almost like game is over. Like in normal chess, you can still hope to fight one pot down, right? But
yeah,
here, it's almost done, because first of all, your position is bad. Secondly, if you're material less and it ends in a draw, yet you are going to lose 2 points.
yeah. No, that's a very pricey mistake that Black has made. And now he has to somehow try to even the material. That's the biggest task right now. But with the isolated pawn and white being quite active, for example, Queen C2 seems like a very tempting move to me. Things look
Dicey for
little
black, yeah.
tough for Surya Bhai.
By the way, Venceslav in the chat says white should play for 5 points, not 3 points. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Sam Shankland's look says it all. He's like, I am not going to let this game go away. I'm going to give it my best. And Queen C2 would be an excellent move, Harshit Bhai. Just attacking the bishop here with your rook, defending your pawn. Everything looks great. Fantastic position.
Yep.
The only thing that's not in Sam Shankland's favor is the time right now. He has 10 minutes 37 seconds. Surya has 13 minutes.
Sagar Bhai, a lot in chess has to do with your psychology. Regardless of the format and regardless whom and what you are playing, a lot has to do with your psychology. And recently, you've also started a temple of chess where you can actually, come and study chess and be in your own headspace. And me myself kind of experienced the importance of being at temple of chess because I was recently playing a tournament in Nashville and I was doing really well up until a point when I was playing a low rated opponent, and just because in one or two moves I lost my focus, the game did not go in my favor. Which is why, if you're in the right headspace, regardless of whom and what you are playing, you always do well.
Right. Absolutely. This is very true that you have to be in good mindset here. Uh, but look at that focus on Sam Shankland's face. It's
He wants
so
to win.
intense. So intense. Like, wow. And by the way, it's also interesting, Harshit Bhai, that this scoring system, which is new in this one, uh,
Mhm,
because we also have Venceslav in the chat, we keep getting some insights from him. He
mhm.
says, my scoring system does not change the basic principle of chess. Which is true, right? Like you are not changing anything in chess. You are keeping all the rules as same. You're just changing the point system.
Hmm. um I'm curious to at some point have a discussion with Mr. Venceslav, because it's such a unique format, and obviously it raises a lot of curious. It like basically develops a curiosity within you regarding a lot of questions you have. Um, so I'm quite curious, like how he came up with this concept and like how he found the motivation to do this. Because Sagar Bhai, we've all been so used to playing the same format for more than like 150 years in chess now, and something new is actually coming up. So with chess 960 events, with this format, with the formats being quicker, we're seeing a change in chess.
Absolutely. And by the way, we are seeing a change in the position after Queen e7, Harshit Bhai, Rook c1. And here, Surya Ganguly had an amazing move which he missed. He actually,
G5?
no, this was, he played bd7. And actually, after Rook c5, he has further increased his, Sam has further increased his material advantage now because he won two pieces for a rook. Yes, he will lose this b2 pawn, maybe then a2 pawn as well, and Harshit Bhai will again be materially equal. So, material is very important here. But the can you guess what is the best move here?
I feel as if there is some sort of some sacrificial ideas. Um, Knight f2 g5 is a bit too slow. Maybe bishop b6.
It's simply insane. This move here, it is beautiful as well. The move is Queen e8. What a move!
Yeah,
Because
okay,
if
Sagar.
Rook c5, Knight c5, Queen
And you have rook
c5,
c8.
and because the Queen defends this, Rook c8 wins the day for Black. Beautiful,
Yeah,
beautiful.
very very difficult. I don't think it's I don't think that's a move you find in rapid events. But soon the chess Olympiad is coming, Sagar Bhai, where we are going to see all sorts of chess combinations.
Absolutely, and we will be commentating over there right from Budapest. Harshit Bhai, myself, Amruta, we are all going there, and guys, we'll be bringing you live coverage there. It's going to be very exciting. Harshit Bhai, have you packed your bags at all?
I'm packing, Sagar Bhai. It's super exciting. I'm first trying to pack my brain for that event.
By the way, Rook takes b2 played, attacking the bishop and the pawn.
Yeah, and now I'm guessing bishop to f1, just covering the last rank. And after a move like rook takes a2, um, I kind of just want to like play something like h3 g4 and king g2.
Right. Also, you may want to take this pawn, right, or not?
Yeah, actually you can. I was afraid if black can somehow get like some bishop e6, bishop c4 ideas, but you can just go back rook d1 and cover everything, I guess.
Yeah.
Um,
But to tell you the truth, I feel like black seems closer to a draw here than before, right?
I agree. Like he has got some at least activity, and the queens are off the board, so the a pawn can become quite dangerous if it comes a5, a4, a3. Like it can become quite dangerous.
By the way, knight d4 has been played by Sam Shankland, and then Surya quickly goes rook c8. Very good move, trading the rooks.
Exactly. Very important move, Sagar Bhai, because with the outside a pawn, you want to exchange the last pair of rooks. If
Right.
you did not have the a pawn, you might want to keep both the rooks. But since we have this extra pawn on the a file, it's a very important resource to change off that pair of rooks. And Surya Sagarbai is also, showing in the early stages.
Yeah, and now Sam tried to prevent the exchange with bishop c7. The rook came back, attacking the
Oh
bishop.
God.
Bishop had to go back, and now rook takes, bishop takes, and we are at this position right now.
And black has suddenly improved his position quite a bit. I mean, rook b1 check,
Yes,
bishop
rook
f1,
b1, bishop
and
f1.
bishop c8. And like,
Wow. With the
you
idea
are,
of bishop a6.
yeah, like, white has to be very careful in order to not lose immediately.
This game can go
Oh,
in any
a4 knight
direction.
b5.
Sorry?
a4 knight b5 seems like the only resource.
Well, also there is knight f3 and knight d2 to defend, but that looks a bit shaky, right?
Yeah, because rook d1 attacks both the knight. I like a4. I don't know if it works.
A4,
Bishop
bishop
a6, knight
A6,
b5.
knight B5 is absolutely winning for white. So that's a good spot, Harshit. But what about rook A1, perhaps attacking the pawn?
I think I have kind of psychologically accepted of giving that pawn. So something like f3, king f2 now, and just playing a position like this where black has an outside pawn. But now I might have like bishop. I think after rook a4, bishop b5 might be quite strong.
Yeah.
And white seems to be doing quite well. So very the position is spicing up. So let's see what's happening.
So bishop f1 is on the board. We are right now at this position. This is the live board position. And you can see Surya Ganguly opening a bottle of, I don't know what. What is he drinking?
He's
Oh, this is
drinking
this famous
some
some water. I don't know.
rasna.
This is some really important drink. We need to ask Surya after the game. What was that drink that he was having?
So bishop f1 and Surya is thinking. I suspect bishop c8 is definitely going to be played because black has to try to develop some kind of a counter play.
Yeah. That's true. He will play there. I think Surya does find bishop c8. Harshit Bhai, you are on fire right now. As the bar shows, the position is very close to being equal. And Harshit, when we get close to equality, this point scoring system, Venceslav Rutar, becomes more exciting.
Definitely. So guys, for the ones who are just joining in, a win gets 5 points.
Yes.
And of course, when you lose, you get 0. If you draw the game having more material, you get 3 points. And if you are the one having less material in that draw, you get 1 point, as shown in this picture. And if you have equal material when you draw, then you get 2 points each. And that's just going to be equal. So this basically change of a point system allows for some sort of a change. I mean, I think Venceslav said it doesn't change the way people play chess, but it's going to be interesting because like it's a different format, so definitely changes. It like spices things up.
True, true. So after bishop c8, knight b3 played here, Harshit Bhai. And
Mhm.
a5. Wow, Surya Ganguly's face shows like, what's happening? Do I have a chance to win here? Bishop a3. Oh my goodness. Harshit Bhai, you have to find the move now. The winning move
Rook
here
d1.
for black.
Rook d1.
Rook d1
Yeah,
found.
found.
Because the
Wow.
thing is, if you go bishop a6, the point was
Right.
knight c1. Just
Yeah, knight. Yeah.
blocking everything, and then it's fine for white. But the rook went inside the zone, and look at Sam Shankland, they're shaking his head. H4, and now
Bishop a6. Yeah.
bishop a6 is completely lost.
Sagar bhai, what a change! Like I actually don't like. White was completely winning from our conclusion after the opening, or फिर suddenly, I mean, एक दो moves बाद when the queens got traded, I mean, suddenly black कहीं ना कहीं से pieces, some counter play, and
Look
black
at
is just
Sam. He's just
winning.
shaking his head. He's very upset. Bishop a6, knight d2, and now bishop d3. Very, very powerful move. Look at this move, Harshit Bhai. The idea of Sam was if rook d2,
Rook
he
d2,
would
bishop
get
a6.
this. But Surya, so smart, he puts his bishop on d3. Now will take here so that he will be exchange up. And I think, oh, he's
And I think
resigned.
resigned. Yeah.
Yeah, the game is over, and I guess we can have them
Yeah.
here.
Hey guys,
Hi.
Hello, Surya.
I
Hello, Sam.
was
That
like,
was.
oh, such a terrible position I had, like completely
Yeah.
gone at one point.
Yeah,
Um.
it just turned around very quickly. Yeah, in like matter of few moves. What went wrong, Sam? I don't think Sam has joined the audio.
Sam, can you? No, I think we have to type.
So maybe let's see if we can have him. But
All right, you guys can hear me?
yes,
Yeah.
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 Sam, it all
Uh,
turned around very quickly. What went wrong? Like you were completely better.
Yeah, I was thought I'm just sort of like cleaning up, and the question is, like, are we gonna get some draw with I have two pieces against a rook and I get favored draw, or do I win? And so I found this bishop a3 and just completely missed rook d1, and then probably I'm already like should be careful not to be worse, but yeah, I mean somehow I think if I don't play bishop a3 and do something like just about anything else, I should be in very good shape, but I just somehow blundered horribly. Yeah, bishop a3 is just massive blunder, yeah. But actually black's sort of okay already.
Um, there was this interesting idea after bishop c8 to go a4 and knight b5. But
Yeah,
of
I
course,
thought about
This
this.
I was also calculating. I thought this is what you will do.
Yeah, I thought about this. I just somehow thought that what I did was better, but maybe it's not. So yeah, a4 here, and then if he goes
I wanted to play. Yeah, a4 here. Yeah, that was very
I
annoying.
think
Actually.
a5 is what I was worried about. He will go a5, and then next up is bishop a6 and knight b5, rook a1. And I thought that he takes this and should be okay.
yeah. Okay, like just one question before you guys start the next
Yeah.
round. How did the format change the way you were thinking in your
my goodness.
calculations?
So for me, it was like struggling to find openings from black side. I think this has been really challenging because there are so many lines which let's say it's obsolete. They don't play it as white because you grab a pawn, but it ends in perpetual. And computer analysis will not help. So it's more about recalling what might work and what might not work. So I thought QGD, at least I'm not losing any pawn, but the way I played the opening was terrible. I'm not supposed to allow this knight b5 and everything. It
Yeah,
felt like I'm completely gone very quickly. I don't know if
for
I
me,
missed something.
for me, it was not so different just because very quickly I think I got very nice advantage. So I didn't think much about anything but try to win the game. But
Wait, I'm better here?
Yes.
Okay, it's very difficult, and we'll check this maybe
rookie
after.
627 or something. Rookie 627.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, nice.
Clever.
Ah.
Yeah, no, this I missed.
Yeah.
So this was the exact point where I was like, I'm playing so terrible. I lost my pawn and so on. Oh my God. That was the point where I was better.
Yeah, there were some beautiful tactics in this game overall, even in although it was maybe not that high quality, like both of you made some mistakes, but beautiful tactics were there behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I just missed rook d1 completely, and then it's already just like lost, right? After rook d1.
yes, after rook d1, it's totally losing.
Yeah, no, I just missed this move completely. Somehow I thought I was in good shape.
I thought after a5, I'm already fine. Actually, after a5, I was...
Probably are, yeah.
And I was already calculating, like, if it ends in a draw, if I get one pawn if I can get, so that will be 5 plus 1, 6, and he has two pieces. So that will be at least, 2-2.
Right.
Sure.
That's feeling slightly
All
safe.
right.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
guys.
first
We'll start. We'll just maybe if you can chat like rematch, then we'll switch the sides and.
Yeah, so put it.
Yeah, I've hit rematch already, so I'm ready whenever.
Wait. There itself, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll leave the computer audio and everything.
Yeah,
And,
yeah. If you guys can do
luck.
that, we'll start the next game.
just a second. So, hang on, I have not left the audio.
Sagar bhai.
Yes.
5-0 early lead for Surya, but 3 more games to go, and especially with the favored draw. I mean, if Sam can get 2 of those, then the match is again going to be equal.
True, very much so. And I think this is a very important game for Sam Shankland to make a comeback here.
Yeah.
I think their game has begun already. Let me just be very sure.
You see it?
Yeah, I'm just checking. The next game. Maybe we'll have to check with them. Because they did a rematch and I'm second.
Hopefully, someone can see the message.
Yeah, or else we may have to do. They cannot see us. It's like a trap. 1 second. Let me quickly see if there's any way to reach them. Arshit bhai, if you can just hold fort, I'll just try and
Yeah.
reach.
So, guys, I mean, as Surya was saying, it kind of changed the way he was thinking going into the preparation for his match because with this change of point system, you don't want to enter a position, even for example, Rook 3 versus 2, which occurs after a lot of opening theory, wouldn't be very ideal because you will only get 1 point because of the disfavored draw outcome. So very interesting that he kind of chose to play this QGD line, and I think Sam was not happy with the outcome, especially after the strong advantage he got in the opening. But um, whenever a strong player goes down in the beginning, Sagarbai, it's always very interesting to see how they fight back in the coming rounds. We've seen
Absolutely.
this quality from a lot of players.
Yeah, that's true. 1 second, I'll just be back.
Yes. And we are just trying to get um, the players game right here. In the meantime, guys, what do you guys think of this format? Like, do you think that should be something we see more often? And if you also guys have any questions, then please let us know so that at the end maybe we can ask the founder Venceslav about it, because I myself definitely have 1 or 2 questions that I'm quite excited to ask him. And guys, Surya Ganguly, if you don't know, has been doing very, very well recently, finishing second in the Indian nationals. And Sam Shankland also has been part of the Olympiad gold medal team, if I'm not mistaken, alongside Fabiano Caruana, Hikaru Nakamura. So very, very tough matchup that we have in front of us. Yeah, and Vyacheslav in the chat says you can ask anytime. So if you guys have any questions, then please ask in the chat, and we are going to get the answers from the man himself. Yes, Sagar bhai.
Bhai, we are actually stuck in a way, very curious way, because they have started the game with rematch and I don't have the link of their game. And which is why to see the game is very difficult because they are playing with an anonymous account. So right now I need to know that, but there is no way to reach them. So in a way, it's a bit we are in a stuck situation.
Ooh, let's see. And leeches cannot find anonymous accounts, right?
No, we are trying to maybe find the number of Surya's wife so that she can we can reach. Yes, we can reach her and then she can go and tell him, please send the link. That's how we are right now. because they are playing here very, very focused, not to be disturbed.
Yeah.
Let's see if we are able to. You got? Send me. Wow.
Maybe just
Amruta is helping. Okay, I will be back in 1 minute. I'll try.
yeah, sure. Guys, in the meantime, that Sagar is trying to get the game going. This idea with bishop d3, very easy to miss, because white ko laga ki black's bishop is like, if you take my knight, I'm going to take the bishop, but after bishop d3, black basically protects the bishop on d3, and after this, black is just completely winning. And this is exactly the move that Sam missed. And look at the focus with he's playing. We can't see the game, but you can see that Sam wants to make sure that after that mistake in the last game, he wants to make a statement and try to come back in the game. And definitely some sort of a lucky game for Surya, in the sense that he was not doing so well from the opening, but once he got the chance of getting some activity, he never saw back. And kya hi matlab, conversion was too good. And in these rapid formats, I think that intuition plays a very, very important role. And I've noticed कि जो 2600 plus players है, they look at a position and they just know what the best move is going to be. Both guys super focused, and I kind of hear Sagar Bhai in the background trying to get us the live game.
Guys, now we will see perhaps someone helping us
in the background.
in the background. Let's hope that Sudeshna will save the day.
Surya is not going to be happy with her entering the room, so
But Surya is super focused, and Sudeshna has 2 little kids to take care of, so she must be first. This is, and by the way, guys, we will very soon have the entire game and we can follow it. But this is all off the board action.
Sagar Bhai showing that he's strong on and off the chessboard.
Yeah, but I'm wondering when she will enter.
Both.
Harshit bhai, what do you think from their faces? Who's winning? Already Surya's got 5 point lead, which is like massive.
Both players look kind of focused. So I actually have the thinking that it's a very complicated position. I don't think anyone is winning. I think it's like some sort of a dynamic position where Sam doesn't seem that happy from the facial expressions, but Sagar Bhai, chess players are very good at having a poker face. So we never know कि वो जीत रहे या हार रहे. We just never know by looking at.
Okay, that's true. That's true. By the way, Sudeshna has mentioned I knocked at the door, but he's not responding. So I'll have to tell her, no, you have to go inside. This is not the time to. Maybe let's see what's going to happen. 1 second.
Both players super focused, and of course we obviously don't want to disturb any of the players, but it's just very hard to follow the game without actually having the game in front of us. So trying our best, guys. So just a few moments, and I think we should have the game with us shortly. Yes, Sagar bhai. And as soon as we get the game, I said that we'll just go over whatever we missed
Yes.
so that
It's
the guys.
maybe a bit difficult, it seems, Harshit bhai, but I'll try my best to find without getting there, because the thing is,
Oh, what was that? That just pulled up.
yeah, these are some games, but maybe this is the one, or no, it's not this one somehow. Basically, because we are following like the broadcast here, we need the game link, and I thought that the game link would remain the same because they've done the rematch, but actually it's changed and now we are unable to find it. So let's just hope if but there's no other way to. Let's see what's happening in the chat. Did you follow the chat, Harshit bhai?
Venceslav mentioned that like if we ever have any questions, we can ask anytime. So maybe this
Oh.
is a good time to ask some questions.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Sagar bhai, maybe I'll ask you a question.
Okay.
What was your kind of first thoughts or impressions when you got to know about this format?
I was excited, which is the reason why I wanted to also stream it, because it was something new and it can be, like a important historic event if this decides, this format does pick up and
Yeah.
people start using it, because I think there's been a lot of thought put into it to keep it and we have been trying to find that very interesting format, right? Freestyle chess, we've done Casablanca variant, and those were all changing the chess as a theme, on the board. But this one is playing around with the point system, and I think that has been also done before, but this is a very unique one, and also aiming at the draw in chess.
No, definitely agree. I mean, I myself was very eager to this format. And I'm sure once we get it, we are going to go through this game because it's going to be exciting to see what Surya chose playing with white.
But also, Harshit bhai, the thing is, as Himang rightly points out in the chat, that the endgame theory completely changes after this.
Yeah, exactly. And we see Surya once again drinking. Maybe is like Prag likes to drink his water. Does Surya also drink his rasna once he gets a winning position?
Yeah, kind of. Oh, the game is over, it seems. Hello, Surya. Maybe Surya.
Oh, we got the link.
Where? How?
We got it. Surya sent it in the chat.
Oh, wow. How did he send it? How did he get to know?
I don't know, but we got it.
But we are very lucky that Surya sent it. So now maybe. Yes. Great. Let's see.
Let's go.
Okay. So I think this should work. Yes, we have the game.
Let's go. Okay, very quickly, Sagar bhai, very quickly from the opening, I'm just going to tell them about the openings. Yes, Surya is white in this game, and Sam is black. Of course, both of them very, very good at openings. If you guys didn't know, Sam Shankland and Ganguly are both authors of courses. So if you guys are ever interested in checking out the opening stuff, then you can check out their courses. And they played the classical Sicilian.
And Surya took on c6.
F3, E6, long castles, H6, Bishop E3, Bishop E7, knight e2.
Hmm.
Very interesting. Trying to remaneuver the knight to d4 maybe.
Yes.
And actually, Sagar Bhai, I don't know if you know, but Surya Ganguly is also an amazing chess trainer. I recently saw in pro chess training that he was training extremely strong players like Vidit Gujarati, S.L. Narayanan, Abhimanyu Puranik. So, Surya Ganguly is actually a very, very, I mean, he's like a chess ambassador. He's playing chess, he's helping kids learn, he's making movies. So, it's very, very.
True, true. The movie on his life was recently released called Dabaru. And by the way, Harshit, a key moment in this game was reached when Shankland pushed his pawn to h5. And here one would imagine that white would push the pawn to g5. But after something like g6, black is doing fine.
Exactly, yeah.
But Surya played a very strong move here. He took.
So, yeah. And the reason why that's a good move is because your opponent's king is still in the center. You kind of want to open the position. जब भी तुम्हारे अपोनेंट का किंग सेंटर में है, so you kind of want to try कुछ तो करने को जिससे position open हो. And now also, guys, if you notice, after the move pawn f3 to f4, the rook on h5 and the knight on e5 are both simultaneously under attack.
Correct. And
However,
Harshit bhai, there is this move, knight c4, still keeping the game going.
In this kind of small nuances that the players notice at such a fast speed is exactly what makes it so fun to watch.
But you know why? Rook h5 is a bad move. There is a crazy move here for white, which gives him the big advantage. And which is the reason why Shankland did take rook h5 here and in fact played d5. So here
Rook h5
is a big blunder.
Are we thinking of some sacrifices?
Absolutely. The move here is the very, very brilliant knight takes e6.
And guys, the reason why this is such a strong move is because f4 knight c4 bishop to h5 is an unfortunate check.
Yes. Very important the moment there. So that's the reason why he did take rook h5. He played the move d5. And now Surya played bishop f4, pinning the knight. This game is getting very sharp.
Very spicy. Because if after bishop d6, very quickly to point out Sagar Bhai, there would have been a super sacrifice. Bishop takes b5 maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
ab5, knight b5, queen moves, knight takes d6, all sorts of pins incoming. And I really like this position for white. Queen d4, rook g1, or queen c3, rook g1, something like this.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks great. Looks great here for white. But in the game, he took rook h5. And after bishop g3, now threatening once again f4.
f4.
Although it's not really a threat because there's still knight c4. So
maybe knight e6 was a threat.
Yeah, knight e6 was a threat. Knight e6, fe6, f4. Because then bishop h5 comes with a check. But he long castled. Going away from that threat.
Sagar Bhai, such complications. Like, because bishop takes b5, there was d into e4 maybe.
Ooh, bishop b5?
D takes e4.
But what
perhaps.
about I take?
Knight b5?
You want to attack here. But the rook is defending, right?
Rook is protecting. Yeah, I guess this just doesn't work. He played f4, Sagar Bhai.
f4, knight c4. He played queen e1. And after rook h6, because the rook was hanging.
Bishop g4. Maybe.
e5. Wow. Positional chess there. g6 and now bishop g4.
h5. Oh, bishop g4 now. Okay.
King b8 and we are at live mode.
Fine.
This is the live position with Surya having 8 minutes 47 seconds, Sam having 6 minutes 20 seconds. Harshit bhai, I thought we spent a lot of time to find it, but actually we are on time.
We are on time. Who would have thought after all those shenanigans that we will actually be catching up with these players live? And Sagar Bhai, now I have a question. Can I play bishop takes e6?
What? Oh.
Or is that
Does that work in the Venceslav Rutar scoring system?
because I get 2 pawns and a rook for 2 pieces? So
This is
that was the reason.
great move. I mean, normal move in a normal position, it looks great, but also in this system, it seems very good because after queen b6, take, I think white is a slight material edge because pawn up.
Yeah. And the bishop on b7 seems to be a bit sad.
But then again,
So-
this will just be a normal game, and if black manages to win, he would get 5 points anyway. So Surya said, let me not venture into this sacrifice, and he pushed the pawn to h5.
I was thinking that if white wanted to play h5, it would be better to do it with the bishop on e2.
Right. Here directly,
Because
right?
now h5, gh5, you can actually go f5.
Wow.
And the bishop on g4 is not hanging.
Too good.
However,
here we see a GM in action here analyzing. क्या बात है हर्षित भाई?
However, with the bishop on g4, as in the game, after a gh5, our bishop on g4 is hanging. So we have to do something about it.
Yeah, so h5, rook c8 was played. He did take.
Wow. No, I like it because now something like bishop a3 becomes a potential option, which maybe is not the best idea, but it's an option.
Right. And so right
b3,
now,
knight a3.
he took bishop
Yeah,
h4.
takes. And maybe something like rook dh8.
Yeah, rook
Trying
ch8. It looks
trying
like a
to
good
just-
move.
Trying to just clamp down on the h file and put pressure on the h5 pawn.
And also, Harshit, here the thing is the knight on c4 is amazing, but the bishop on b7 is very passive. So, in a way,
Yeah.
we can see that black has a good position, white's knight has a good position, and it's just like a very complicated position with both sides having their trump cards.
Yeah. It seems like a French position to me with the f7, e6, d5 pawn structure.
Right.
And Sam is down to less than 5 minutes, whereas Surya has almost double the time, 8 minutes. So this is definitely going to be an important factor going into the final minutes of the game.
Yeah.
Sam wants to complicate the things.
This is getting quite intense.
Oh, is he considering pawn g6 to g5?
He took, by the way. He just
Oh yeah,
took
g5
here.
was too. Okay, yeah, g5 was not so good.
And now, Harshit bhai, I can just take here, right? Rook h5.
Yeah, take with a rook, takes, bishop takes, and I think white is going to be quite happy with this position.
Yeah, what is surprising for me is the evaluation says only slightly better for white. Whereas I thought like with the dominating knight on d4 and this bishop putting pressure on f7, it should be very good for white.
Well, black has an important idea of rook h8 to h2 in this position, which gives him enough resources to put some pressure on white's king. And we've all heard of this saying that rooks always should be on the 7th rank because they are so active, they control so many squares. And now with the white knight on d4 and such a dominating strategic position, black still manages to have enough counterplay.
Right. Well, rook takes h5. We are waiting for Sam to make his move. He has 4 minutes. Surya has 8 minutes. In fact, I can feel it that Surya is in good form here, somehow. Sam seems to be a little bit out of form.
Sagar bhai, the start basically kind of directs the way the match goes quite often.
Right.
So you always want to, make sure to do well in the first 1-2 games because that kind of sets up the mood for the rest of the match.
Absolutely. Absolutely here. Replays rook g6. He did exchange. And now
Yeah, he
very
wants to
quickly
keep.
goes back. But Harshit Bhai, now I think Sam has this very interesting move knight e3, attacking the rook, also the c2 pawn.
Oh, oh my God! This might be, and knight g2 is also a potential threat.
Right.
So
So rook d2, and then we have to see whether, oh, we right now making a draw, it doesn't make sense because the
yeah, with the
material
material
is
is equal.
equal. Harshit bhai, just imagine in such a position, if you are black and you have a good position, like a small advantage, would you
Mhm.
in this system go and take a draw like this?
No,
Or would you decide to play on for 5 points? Because a draw would be three.
I think with the match situation, knowing that there are only 2 games today, I would probably try to play.
Right. But overall, there are
Um.
8 games. So
Okay. So in that sense, actually, I might the draw because if we ever exchange queens in this position, my bishop on b7 is going to be like a big pawn. It cannot go anywhere, and white is just going to have a very big advantage.
oh, he
Two and a
went
half minutes.
he
Two and a
went
half minutes for
rook
Sam.
h1, queen c5.
Yeah. And
And by the way, in our chat, people are asking when will gift of chess distribution begin? You know, Harshit Bhai, there is an organization called Gift of Chess,
okay.
which wants to distribute 30,000 free chess sets in India.
Wow. Wow.
And we started off with 1,000 for our
Mhm.
viewers, and we got imagine how many applications. We had a Google form, we got 11,500 applications.
Wow.
So that is definitely taking some time to go through them. So guys, please be patient there.
Yeah.
Bishop
Bishop
f3.
f3. But now suddenly I kind of feel that black's pieces have got harmony. The rooks are doubling on the g file. At some point, yeah, rook g3. Exactly. Now the knight on d4 is pinned to the rook. So, I mean, just like last game, we kind of are seeing some sort of
Yeah, the
uh,
side that is worse is fighting. Yeah, not
doing.
giving
Yeah,
up.
exactly. Oh, and I see an interesting idea like bishop e2 if you go, knight e3, let's say, rook d2, knight f5, and if you take knight takes f5, I have rook
Ooh.
to g1.
Ooh.
Rook takes g1, rook takes g1, and suddenly you see white's pieces are kind of a bit shaky, not very happy.
Yeah, on the last track, it is all pinned up here. That would be quite terrible. So you are very right. Surya played queen f2 here, and Sam went b4. Just like this with a5 and bishop a6, he will activate his bishop.
And also have ideas like knight to a3, Sagar Pai.
Yes, that's the
Knight to
reason
a3
why
is going to
Surya
king
quickly
c1
played king
play.
c1.
Hmm.
But I feel the
How to generate
momentum
counterplay.
is with black here. a5, right? Let's go.
A5, A4, A3. Yes, exactly.
Why is
Push
Sam
him.
taking so much of his time? He needs to play fast. He has 1 minute 42 seconds. Has to.
A5, A4. Queen
Oh,
A5 played. I was considering this move as well. Because
but
now King B1 is forced.
draw. I'm waiting for a draw here in this format.
But in this format with a draw with equal material, we still get 2 points
Yeah,
each.
nothing changes. Queen
So
a5. What
King
is
B,
Surya thinking here? King a1, King b1 is kind of forced. You have no other move.
I think he might have made the move. We might just, yeah,
Oh,
he did.
king c1, queen a5, king b1, queen c5. Draw incoming, guys.
I
First
mean, if
draw.
Surya plays king c1, then it's going to be a draw.
I guess Surya will not play king c1, right? Fight for 5 points.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, he
human blunder.
blunders.
I was going to say
Blunders.
it, that it's not a good move. I was going to say it because rook takes g1, knight d2 check maybe.
No, Harshit bhai.
Knight d2 check first.
First, why? Because take knight d2 is met with king c1.
Yeah, so knight d2 check first, exactly.
Because
Yeah,
now the
makes
rook
sense.
is hanging. So you have
Yeah.
to take, and if you take here, my knight
The
protects
queen is
the
protected.
queen. But now there is this move, amazing move, knight d2. What a
Yeah.
move.
Very nice move. And after king c1, Sagar bhai,
Yeah. Now,
I think you can take knight takes f3.
very important. And you can't
Rook
take back because your queen is hanging. So rook takes g3.
takes, rook
And-
takes g3, queen takes g3,
Yes.
knight takes d4, queen f2, and guys, find it, black to play.
Black to play and win, and this is happening. It's on the board, not this exact position, but rook takes g3 is on the board. Queen takes g3, knight d4, and here instead of queen here, sorry, here Surya went knight c6.
Queen takes c6,
Queen g3,
queen takes g3, d4.
d4 is on
Yeah.
the board by Sam. But you know, the winning move for Harshit's question was after knight d4, queen f2, knight b3.
Discovered dhamaka.
Yeah, and you lose
All you
the
want-
queen.
All you want to do with black is give a discovered dhamaka.
Covered dhamaka is nice. So rook g3, he played check, queen takes d4, queen g8, king a7, queen takes f7, and now queen e4. Game is back to equal. Bye bye. What is happening? Oh my god, this scoring system is making the players go crazy.
Knight this looks winning for black though, I must say.
But not really. Knight d2, king a1, and this e-pawn is a monster.
Knight d2, king a1, queen f3.
But I can just play rook c1, no?
Yeah, it's insane.
You know, in the chat we have few people. Rasika is saying, this is the first time that fans are waiting for a draw and not a win. p1.
So Sagar bhai, let's try knight d2. Oh, what about the time? Time में क्या हो रहा है?
Time is...
Maybe
Oh,
refresh? Maybe refresh?
I think when he'll make his move, it will get refreshed there.
Because surely a lot of moves were played.
No, it's like Sam has played his move, but Surya is thinking. So it's like, I think both the moves will get updated.
Yeah, queen
together.
f3 was played. Queen f3 was played. Knight d2, king a1, queen f3 played.
How do you know?
I know.
Bhai, how do you know?
It's updating on my end.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
you are
Surya is
following-
thinking.
You're following it from somewhere, yeah?
So knight d2, king a1, queen f3. And as we were discussing this variation.
Okay, let's see. Knight d2, king a1, queen f3.
Cannot take the knight because of some issues of back rank. So rook c1, maybe, as you are mentioning. And now, Sagar bhai, I have this move queen to e3.
Oh, he did play that. He did. It's on the board. Harshit bhai, this time. Now, let's look at it. For a draw, it's still equal points. Because white has 4 pawns and a rook.
Oh my god.
Black has... So in a way, Sam is not incentivized to draw yet.
Yet.
Yes. He just needs
D7.
1 pawn.
Oh, but now, queen e5, queen takes b4. Again, material balance.
Oh, so Harshit bhai, look at this. Queen e5, knight e5. This is really good position for black in this system.
Yeah,
Correct?
but queen e5, queen takes b4, pawn is hanging, Sagar bhai.
Right.
So,
He plays queen d2. Does it go for the pawn?
but now queen c5 check.
Knight
I'm not
b6.
sure. And king b1. I'm not sure if black is happy there.
Yeah, check. And Sam has a smile on his face in some way. Oh, what happened? Oh,
Why is there?
he blundered.
Yeah.
After
So-
king b8, rook f1 was missed and he lost a knight.
Oh. No, this
Yeah.
was such a.
That was unfortunate.
Yeah, I should be at least completely better before, but then I think I totally botched
How
up.
much though? How much you think?
I
Yeah,
don't-
it was actually around equal all the time because black was getting some
Uh-huh.
counterplay.
Seriously, yeah?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
I thought
too
I was
spread.
significantly better.
Maybe. No,
In the
in-
opening,
Yeah, so h5 was blunder when I played it. Like I missed after gh5. I thought I'm going rook takes h5, and I missed knight e6. Is an
Yes.
important reason.
Yeah. No,
Without
this was
Without
something
this,
important, and then there is f4.
Yeah, without this, I think Black's doing very well. But then once I realized that, I have to play differently. So I played with d5, and yeah, it felt shaky, but somehow I kind of held it together. And then I don't know why I got so ambitious at the end. I felt like I should be better with the two pieces.
Yeah, somewhere here I actually thought I have very good position, but wow.
Oh. G6, H5, GH5, F5 was one nice idea.
No, but okay, giving material is always scary here.
Oh, yeah, true.
Trying not to do that.
I wasn't super worried here. I thought that one maybe was slightly worse, but what was happening in Bishop e6 here? I thought this was actually interesting.
So I wanted to play Bishop e6 here, but I thought you want to just takes and move the queen.
Yeah, and then I wasn't sure what the valuation was here.
And f5, you will just take it. This was my problem. Like I can always
Yeah.
input f5, but okay. What am I gaining?
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Oh.
I thought I was actually doing very well at some point. But I
Yeah,
guess it
because
just-
of rook g1. I think Surya, you overpressed at some point, right? You did take a
Yeah,
draw.
yeah. So no, I missed
For
this
what it's worth here,
combination.
if I was going to continue the game with a5 if we repeated it.
But then I would play
Ah.
rook g1. If you play king c1 a5, then I wanted to play rook g1.
Okay, and take a4, aren't you worse?
I was not at least scared here.
I thought here after a4 black would be slightly better, but maybe I'm just overestimating.
Yeah, black is also like, there is nothing to worry about from black side, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Maybe,
no, I thought
maybe at some point I can play just b3. b3 and queen e3. Oh no, then knight b5.
yeah, I mean, okay, I
Knight
can't
e3, knight
imagine it's
b5.
that terrible for white, but like, I mean, I was at least reasonably happy. But yeah, here I saw two very good continuations, and I just chose one. So after knight d2, king c1, can I also take the rook? What
But
if I play rook
take,
Then-
queen takes.
and b3? And what does white do?
But b3, I thought you don't have immediate threats, no?
To C3, yeah.
King d2 or something?
I guess
B8
you can go
to
d2,
b8 to
b8
c3. Yeah,
b2, c3. Yeah, that's a good
yeah,
move, isn't it?
c3. No, but what you played is just insanely strong. I mean, I completely overlooked. I think I should be dead lost here.
You missed knight
Yeah, but
d2,
somehow
Surya.
it wasn't so easy.
I missed knight d2, knight f3.
Ah.
I
Mhm.
saw every form of rook g1, rook f3, but I missed knight d2, knight f3.
Yeah, this I thought.
And
I
here,
could
okay,
do-
I was lucky to have this knight c6, at least some counter.
Yeah, because without knight c6, you just resign. But here, and okay, I should have found a better way than what I did. Like
My
somehow-
internet froze somehow.
I needed to do better here. Like
Yeah, here there was a crazy move, Sam, that
was
you
d3
had.
working? Was d3 working?
d3, maybe, but
Rook
there's rook
d3. I was
d3.
trying to calculate knight e1, rook d2, queen h1, and rook d1, and I wasn't finding it. But it sort of felt like here.
Oh, is it?
7.
After, is it just knight e1 directly?
Yes.
What?
And rook e1, d3 or something.
D3, very nice.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was.
Oh, wow. Also, queen h7, d3. Yeah, any move d3.
Yeah, okay,
that's-
but so hard.
So if I don't find 91, though, it's just equal, and I should make a draw like an adult.
This is also better for you somehow, but yeah, it may
Okay,
be
but king
not
b1
so
and
easy.
then queen
King
e2.
b1, knight d2.
Oh, okay, very clever. Yeah. No, it's just hard position to play with no time.
Yeah.
Felt like
And
it should be
how was the end? Like when? So after Queen E6, it's draw, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this should just be equal. I don't know why I kept pushing with no time, but like, yeah, and here it's just
Oh, Rook
blundering
F1
with-
was nice. Yeah.
yeah, just
I thought
blundering
maybe
with-
Rook G1 is also working.
Right.
Yeah, no, okay, I just missed this idea completely, that suddenly I can get mated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well, not the best.
Sorry guys, we forgot to post the link. Yeah.
Yes,
Then
yes,
I
can
saw
you please
something is blinking.
Wow,
Okay.
Surya, how did you see? Because we called your place, Sudeshna, she knocked on the door, you didn't
Yeah, that's
open
how-
it.
No, I was so furious. Like I told specifically in the never knock. And then I see somebody is knocking. I'm like, no, I cannot open this. I thought this must be Arya. I'm like, why?
Alright.
This was not supposed to happen.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe you can keep it open now in case of some difficulty.
I cannot keep it open, then Arya will come.
Okay,
All
so
right.
before you start the game, just post the link of the game so that we can
Yes,
follow
yes,
it.
let's do that first.
Okay.
Yeah. So before we make the first move, we'll post the link.
Yeah. This was ugly. Alright.
Okay, so guys, all the best. 2 more games to go today.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have the link here.
All right. Good luck, guys.
I'm leaving the audio.
Okay, this time we will have the game right from the start.
Sagar bhai,
Yes,
tough start for Sam. Tough start for Sam. Surya is leading 10-0, and in both games, actually, Sam had a big advantage, but Surya was very slippery.
Surya is not giving up. Yeah, he's a fighter.
Yeah, and 10-0 is not it's a big. I mean, it's basically a big lead in this 8-game format. So Sam has to step up his game significantly in order to catch up to Surya now.
Yeah, he needs to win one game because that will give him 5 points. Very important 5 points now. And the game has started with white. Sam opens once again with d4, d5, c4, e6, knight f3, knight f6. We have the Queen's Gambit declined.
Yep. And Sagar bhai, if you can quickly show the chat what they are playing for, a prize fund of $5,000, and also some portion of that money is proportionate to how many points you score. So both the players want to score as many points as they can.
Right now, Surya is running away with the prize fund because winner not only gets 2,000 but 2,000 additional USD is reserved for points that you score.
Yeah.
So if the winner wins all the games, then he can receive up to $4,000. That's quite a lot of money. But more importantly, it's a new format which is being tried. And a big shout out to the founder of this system, Venceslav, who's put up the prize fund, who's put up everything, who's done the research. I think it's very nice, no, Harshit bhai, if you have some new new invention, you kind of back it fully. That's how Venceslav has done here.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, big shout out to Venceslav for organizing this event and for coming up with this idea so that we can actually cover it. So very, very nice to have him here with us in the chat. Also, when we were talking about the points, Sagar bhai, both players being so good at chess are very competitive in nature. No one wants to lose any kind of a match format, especially in front of hundreds and thousands of people who are going to watch this match at some point. So I'm sure Sam wants to make sure that he gives up stiff resistance as he tries to come back in this match.
Right. Let's see how that goes. H3 is on the board, Harshit bhai.
A3 and H3, dono sides se
2 little ears. Rook e8, and again we are seeing this system. This is not how I learned Queen's Gambit decline, but actually this was a Ragozin which has converted into a QGD.
So now Surya changed his approach. He didn't go for c5. I think that's a very good idea. And g4.
Wow,
Sam
G4.
recognizing. Wow. And g5. He's going for it.
But you know, Harshit Bhai, look at this. Knight e4. Sorry, here bishop f3, queen f3, knight e4, knight e4,
On
d.
heck, yeah.
You, you can't take here. Unbelievable. Check and you lose the queen. So, this is a very good position for black. If Surya just takes and plays knight e4.
Yeah. I was even considering something like knight h5. I don't know if it's good.
Yeah, knight h5.
And if bishop moves, then something like bishop d6. But
maybe this is the
bishop
problem.
b8. Oh wow. Okay, that's very difficult to see. And bishop c4. Wow. Like total domination.
Yes. So maybe this is not the best idea here for Surya. He has to figure out what to do.
And I like this. He's taking his time. Very, very mature chess decision to take your time in an important moment.
Yeah.
Because whenever you have options, the lower rated player usually finds it very difficult to choose between candidate moves. And I always tell people who want to improve in chess at an early stage that it's very important to consider your candidate moves properly.
True, true. And this is on the board, Harshit Bhai. Knight e4, played by Surya Ganguly, showing his class here and asking Sam, what is he going to do here?
क्या ही accuracy से खेल रहे सागर भाई.
I guess if Surya wins all 4 games, then maybe Sam has to win all 4 tomorrow in order to just have a chance.
Okay, I mean, as a chess fan, I hope that Surya doesn't win 4-0 because we always are rooting for a close fight, right?
Yes.
Because it's always exciting to follow a close fight. And in this position, I'm guessing h4 will be the move that Sam will play.
Yeah, right now he's thinking. But yes, you are right. h4 seems like the most likely way to go here. Oh, he took knight e4, de. This does look very good. He goes queen to g4.
Queen a5 check. Isn't it a perpetual immediately?
What?
Oh,
Is it a
yeah.
draw?
King d1 maybe, yeah?
But this looks so good for black.
Yeah, it's surprising that Sam goes for this because Queen a4, he's saying that I'm going to go King c1.
Where for King c1?
Queen a4, King
Yeah.
c1 only move. And he's trying to play like this, which is very innovative. I'll definitely say that, but I'm afraid of some knight a6, knight b4 jumps.
Yeah. By the way, Queen a4 on the board, King c1 has been played. By the way, what was the problem if you played here King d2?
Then the problem is the bishop from e7 jumps into b4. And maybe we can see some sort of tactics here. Oh,
No,
but
just King c1.
King c1 now.
This was a slightly better way to continue, but he went Queen a5 check. Sorry, King d1, Queen a4, King c1.
I don't know why, Sagar bhai, but even for me, King c1 was a very natural move. So it's a weird kind of a thing how we consider these moves. But now knight a6 seems to be very, very promising for black.
Coming
Even
in
c5
here,
is an option.
attacking this c5. Yes, opening up the position, and he's played it. c5 on the board. Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Looking bleak right now for Sam, Sagar bhai.
He's in big trouble here. He has 11 minutes 20 seconds. Surya has 13 minutes 30 seconds.
Someone asks in the chat, is it 10-0 for Surya? But guys, it's not 10 wins. Surya has won 2 games because 1 win in this format gives you 5 points, which is why Surya is currently 2 games ahead, or in other words, the score is 10-0.
And d5 played, keeping the position closed.
Well, Sagar bhai, let's push him.
c4?
C4?
Ooh,
Maybe.
c4,
And C3?
c3. He's done it. Bhai, Harshit
Wow.
bhai, you and Surya think very alike. And now c3.
I think Surya loves attacking. He has a very nice, dynamic, like style of playing, and I kind of have a similar style. So I really like how he's playing. White's king is center, so you have to try to open up the position. Um, Model play so far by Black. And knight a6, knight c5 is going to be jumping in as well.
This is looking really bad for White. What is White's counterplay here, Harshit bhai?
White's counterplay, Sagar bhai. You asked me the most difficult question of today by that.
I guess you have to go queen d1. How tough is that move to fight?
That's very tough. Very tough. But if he finds it, he's going to be in the game.
Yeah.
If he doesn't find it, he's in big trouble. So this is a big moment for Sam in this position. So White has to be like, say that, okay, my attack of g4, g5 did not work. Kya karenge? Let's retreat. Let's trade the queens. Try to play with 2 bishops.
But you know, Harshit bhai, the toughest thing in chess is to accept your mistake, and then also
Life.
in life. Do you accept your mistakes ever, Harshit bhai?
It's very difficult, of course.
Let's say you do
but
something wrong, and then does someone asks you to say
Arre,
sorry?
Depends
The
on
smile
who
on
that
your
someone
face
is.
is
Yeah.
saying like you have been through it. It seems.
I mean, it's acceptance is very important.
Okay, queen d1 is what Sam has to find. He's down to 9 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's not happy. And Surya is just very comfortable. I'm waiting for him to sip on his rasna, which will indicate that he's very happy with his position.
Next time I'm asking Surya, what is that drink? I can't bear you saying rasna every time.
Yeah, again, a time advantage for Surya, like the previous game. And we saw how in the previous game, Sagar bhai, when the time is less than 2 minutes, you're d6 play. Bishop f8
on the board.
And now queen d1 is not so good because even take and the pawn on d6 is quite weak in general.
Yes. Also queen c6.
Yeah, oh, you have this square. Exactly, yeah.
So now this is getting quite difficult for Sam with 2 points down in the match and already not 10 points and having a worse position.
Yeah. I will also sip something in the meantime,
Yes.
but it's just water.
Sure. Tina Rutar says favored draw is 3 points and disfavored draw is 1 point. Okay. That's answering to one of our viewers there. Oh, queen d1 came on the board and Surya so quickly play queen c6. Surya is in sublime form. He's just not thinking.
Yeah, I really like it. He's playing so well. Unfortunate for Sam that he found this idea a bit too late, because now with the queens on the board and the king on c1, even if engine says it's only slightly better for black, practically black has a huge advantage.
Yeah, just knight d7, knight c5, knight d3, knight d7, b5, a5, b4. I mean, these are just flowing. Moves are flowing.
Moves are flowing, Sagar bhai. So
And
not easy.
and white has really very little counter play because this rook is out of the game, this rook is out of the game, and Surya Ganguly showing why his highest elo at one point was 2670.
Yeah. Oh, so just 1 second, I'll be back.
Sure. Queen d4 played. And now Sam's point is if you play b5, trying to protect the pawn, he'll go bishop e2 and try to somehow coordinate himself. The right move here is the very, very nice move, knight d7. Let's see if Surya found it. Actually, Surya did find knight d7, guys. This is simply epic play. And point being, if you take here, I take. And guys, what's the winning move here for black? Black to play and win. Ronit Kachola says Surya OP. Absolutely. Pepper Skull, it's 10 minutes plus 5-second increment. And now the winning move. Rook C8.
What happened there, Sagar bhai?
And you lose a piece. No, this is just analysis. This
Oh.
did not happen. But Surya did find a great move here. Knight d7. He did play b5. Knight d7 was correct. And then Sam went king b1 and it gave b5. This is almost decisive edge here.
Yeah. When it rains, it pours, Sagar bhai. And the drink and the signature drink move by Surya. So we know he's doing really, really well.
I want that drink, Harshit bhai. I am going to ask Amruta to order it right away. This is how you perform. Peak performance is reached by that drink, which is not Rasna for sure. A4 played. You know, Sam is like, let me activate my rook at least, which is not going to be activated anytime soon. Otherwise,
Maybe A6. Just want to keep that structure intact.
A6 is the best move, Harshit.
Sagar bhai, I see a cool trick. AB5, AB5.
Yeah.
Rook A8, Rook A8.
Yeah.
Let's say, I don't know, Bishop G2.
Okay.
Knight C5. And let's say you play H4, for example. Then black at some point is going to have this crazy idea that is lurking in the position, rook to A1. And maybe not like this motif basically is what I wanted to point out with knight b3 check. So a lot of interesting and tactical motives available for black. Let's look at what Sam is trying to.
A6 happened. A6, AB did happen. He played bishop E2 and Surya quickly jumped in with your idea knight B3. Ooh. Crazy game. Crazy game. I think Surya's accuracy in this game has been just unbelievable.
Very, very well played game by Surya so far.
He goes rook d1. And now
I like it. I like it.
But look at the deep understanding of Sam. He just gives up this exchange in this position with queen d5. So that after take, even if you play knight a1, just king a1 and white has compensation because of now all his pieces play.
I like white actually in this position. I don't think black should take the exchange. Even putting the knight on d3 might be a better idea just to block all white's pieces.
It seems like all grandmasters are just geniuses here. Surya finds knight d3 with few seconds and plays it. Wow. Not being tempted by material.
It's very important to resist temptation, Sagar bhai.
True. No, but I am very tempted by that drink, Harshit bhai. I just want it at all costs. My first question to Surya is not, how are you playing so fast? What is your, how are you calculating so well? It's just, what's the trick? And by the way, right now, he has played f3 and I think black is very close to a decisive edge now.
Yeah, I'm guessing for a move like, okay, knight f4. I was a bit more tempted with rook a d8.
But now this move, Harshit Bhai, e takes f3 is a
Oh
free
yeah,
pawn
yeah,
with
yeah,
the
yeah.
queen supporting.
Did this happen?
Yes, e takes f3 and Sam
Yeah,
Shankland goes bishop f1. Very
rook a
close to
d8,
now losing this game.
rook a d8, right?
Yeah, rook a d8 seems so good. And the most impressive part about this game is not just how Surya is winning, but the time he has taken. He has 11 minutes 36 seconds still left.
Oh, this is going to come as a big blow for Sam. Because as you were saying coming into this match that Sam should be a big favorite, but I knew that experience plays a very important role in match situations, and Surya is showing exactly why he is not to be counted down on, because look at the way he's played in this game.
Exactly. This has been a top notch game, but a small hope or what here? Surya could have got just rook a d8, as you said, trying to win the d6 pawn, but instead he goes rook e4.
I mean, all the positions are simply suffering for white. So I don't think queen d5 you can maybe just take.
It's
And
on
he
the
black is
board.
also 2 pawns up. So even if it's a draw, it's going to be a favorable draw for Surya.
True, but I think Surya wants those 5 points to reach 15 now.
Yeah, and also because of the prize fund. I mean, I'm sure that he's not thinking about that right now, but it is at the end of the match going to play an important role.
Absolutely, and f2 is on the board. I guess the next threat is just rook e8, take here, and bring the other rook down the board. But
Yeah.
you have to be careful about this d passer. It's a dangerous
Sagar bhai,
pawn.
after D7,
Yeah.
can I look away and play B4 very quickly to tempt you to play D8 queen?
Wow.
No, I just blundered.
And what a checkmate this is with the bishop controlling here. But of course, here b4, very interesting move is met with b3. So
Yeah.
he goes right now. Let's see what is the move played. D7 on the board. F2, D7,
Just rook D8.
Rook D8. Yes.
Because AB5, I'm blundered. I did not blunder the B5 pawn because again rook comes back to A8. Switcheroo checkmate.
Whoa. Take. Harshit by fighting all the amazing checkmates here on the board. Amazing. Wait. So here Rook D8, and the move that was played by white is H4,
Oh, okay.
G6, and Rook A D1.
Yeah.
Well, we have seen lot of swings in this tournament, Harshit Bhai, in this match. So maybe Sam is still not completely lost here. His position is
No,
bad.
definitely not. Yeah. The thing, however, is that even if he makes a draw, he still loses at least 2 points. So, because of the material imbalance, I think Surya has guaranteed himself at least 2 points.
But it's only a pawn, Harshit Bhai, and this pawn can be won. AB, and Rook B5. So,
That is true.
oof, but D1, it's not so easy. It's not so easy.
No, White's pieces are tied down. He can simply just wait now. Maybe I'm thinking Bishop E7, King F8 is a good idea.
Oh, just bringing the king in. Yeah, maybe. Let's see what Surya plays. He's hardly
Oh, can
taken any
I?
time in this game.
Hmm.
9
I
minutes,
was
47 seconds left. Yes, what were you thinking?
Bishop C5. As weird as it looks, my idea is to simply bring my bishop in.
What an
And
amazing idea, Harshit Bhai. This is just amazing. Epic move.
yeah, and King F8, King E7 next. I think this should give white a very tough time.
By the way, in the game, Surya did not play bishop c5 here, but after h4, he played
G6.
g6, rook
Yeah.
a
Rook
d1,
D1.
h5,
Okay.
fixing this
Yep.
pawn,
Fixing the pawns. Yep.
and
King
king
B1, I
d1.
guess. Yeah. Bishop C5, Bishop B4. One of these two moves makes sense.
First he took,
Okay.
and
I
a
don't like
bishop
taking.
c5,
I
and
don't like.
once again we are back to almost equal position. But as you
Sagar
rightly
bhai,
pointed out, two extra pawns for black. No, one extra pawn.
but Sagar bhai, the rook on E1 was such a big asset for black.
Yeah,
Such a big asset. I would not have wanted to trade my rook on E1 to the rook on D1. In chess, whenever you exchange pieces, it's very important to think twice because unlike moves, piece trades cannot be taken back.
correct. True, true. For the time being, big pressure now on Sam Shankland, because not only does he have to make a draw, he also has to recover one pawn. Otherwise, in the Venceslav Rutar point system, he would be a he would lose 2 points. It's 3
Yeah.
1.
Maybe something like bishop e to f5, maybe to spice things up, but risky as well. So we'll see what kind of decisions Sam chooses. The time, Sagar bhai, what's the time situation?
1 minute 40 seconds for Sam, 9 minutes 45 for Surya. Crazy, just.
Yeah,
AB
he's just
happened, AB happened.
okay.
Just a second.
Yeah, sure. Guys, 10-0 score. And in this game, kind of seems like Surya gave up most of his advantage, but he's still a pawn up. And if they agree to a draw in this exact situation, then Surya will get 3 points and Sam will get 1 point, giving Surya a lead of 13-1. So Sam kind of has to find a way to balance the things, and he goes b3. I like it. If C takes b3, pawn mara, so bishop takes b5, and then king b2 or wo pawn maar denge. So material will be equal, and then let's make a draw. So Surya is thinking such a big time advantage. 9 minutes or minute. I mean, you can afford to think for 2-3 minutes here.
So B3, Harshit Bhai, and he goes bishop E3, BC, BC, and now F5. So Sam is very close to now getting back to equality. GF,
Yeah.
Surya is just chomping on all pawns. He's like, hey, jo material will raha le lo. Because
Bishop
this,
F5 and King G7. I'll just pick King G7, King G6. But no, actually, there is Bishop E2.
here bishop E2,
Yeah.
king G6.
And then Rook D6 check and King G7 back and Rook D1 back. And that's the draw. But White can't do this because the material is.
Wow. Also, bad situation is so bad. So
Yeah.
GF, GF, bishop
But
C4.
so one question I kind of had, Sagar bhai, just is that like we know that the game is equal, completely equal now. So like with this format, it changes a lot in terms of like, you know what I mean? Like it changes the end game completely, yeah?
Yes, it changes chess in quite a big way here. But also, if you see now rook d5, bishop g3, Surya
Mhm.
is feeling so much more comfortable here because he is having an extra pawn. That too,
Yeah.
a triple pawns here.
Mhm.
So this is definitely where the scoring system is coming into big use. And by the
Yeah.
way, here after bg3, king d1, bishop h4 played, he's taken another pawn. Another
E2.
pawn here.
Oh my god. I'll show you something funny. Bishop takes G5,
Yeah.
Rook F5. Let's say some move like, what can you do?
f6.
I mean, I wanted to show this that white can actually take rook takes f7 after rook d7, sacrifice a rook, and get this drawn position. But since black has extra material, he'll get a favorable draw.
Where? How? For example?
Like let's say king g6,
Yeah.
rook d7,
Rook f7, you mean?
rook. Let's say rook f3, like just to showcase my point. Rook d3, rook d7, and rook takes f7, or bishop takes f7, one of this. And if takes,
this
king
is a
takes,
draw.
king f2.
But
Yeah.
actually, this would be a lost, like an unfavorable draw in the Venceslav Rutar scoring system.
Mhm.
Wow. King d1, bishop h4, king e2, bishop g3. We have this position on the board, and he goes king f3.
h4. 5. No, just king g2 maybe. No, I'm not sure. Bishop b5. Okay,
How should
but okay.
Harshit, how should Sam deal with this position? Because on one hand, just accepting a draw would mean that he gets off the mark because he cannot win here, right? So he must take an unfavorable draw.
Yeah, I don't see any way that he can actually get a normal draw. Also, his time situation is so bad that he actually might not even easy to draw this. I mean, his time is very low.
Yeah, bishop d3,
And
king
Sagar bhai,
g5.
you are having some hidden drink there.
I got very tempted by what Surya was drinking. So I just got myself something to drink just for some energy.
King g6 and black is 2 pawns up. So even if this game is very, very equal, I don't know how Sam can save himself from an not unfortunate, unfavorable.
Unfortunate draw.
Yeah, bishop f1, bishop h3, or king g2, just white has a fortress. Yeah. All things done, this game is equal. Yeah, yeah, there seem to be repeating moves.
Not really, Harshit bhai. They did not repeat.
But
They
rook
are
f5,
playing. They are playing. Sam wants to win.
Sam wants to win.
I don't know. I have no clue what's happening here. He
How?
cannot win, of course. But then again, he knows the draw is in his hand, so he's just trying.
But he's 2 pawns down as well. So I mean, you have to be slightly objective as well, because if you look like if you allow, actually black can even take rook takes. Oh no, rook takes d7 would be a bad idea.
Actually, a good idea. Because you have 6 points against 5.
5, yeah. Oh, what happened? Surya is not happy? He blundered? Or what?
What? Actually, the position right now, Harshit bhai, is rook c8. Oops, sorry. Rook c8, king e7, bishop h3. So I don't know what is he thinking, Surya?
Rook takes d7 maybe, probably. Because if you cannot move the bishop, so you cannot move the bishop, you have maybe take rook takes d7.
Why not
Because if
f6? Just waiting move.
bishop f5,
Oh, so you are putting me in a zugzwang where I need to take this
yeah.
then play this endgame and win.
Mhm.
I've won the game actually, right?
But you cannot win. But you can win. You will win, yeah?
It's
50 move rule or something.
it's an unfavorable draw for white because
Yeah.
black has 6 points against 5.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it is on the board. Rook c5, king d6 here, bishop h3, rook d7, bishop d7, and You know, he
Yeah.
missed something very, very spectacular here. He played king d6, but
Oh my
actually
God, I
Harshit
see
bhai,
it. I see it. Yeah. H3,
h3,
H2 is just,
h2.
yeah. Yeah, it's just completely gone. F5, F4. Yeah, big miss. It would have
Rook h8 was
been.
the best move here, or rook c1, but instead he went rook c5, and here now we are. Oh, once again he makes a blunder. Actually, now Surya is winning. Harshit bhai.
Yeah. F4. Oh my God. I thought that white has to keep his rook on the 5th rank, like rook b5 or something. No, this is insane because f4, king g5, king g4, and black just wins.
It seems like there's no way to stop Surya here. He's just on a roll,
Oh,
complete roll.
oh, f4, he blundered, rook takes f4 or what?
Oh, but that's not a blunder.
Oh my God, he didn't take rook takes f4. What?
He played rook a3.
What?
He played rook a3 because he wants to win. I
But
don't know
what?
what. I don't know because rook f4 is just an unfavorable draw. Harshit bhai, this is a
But
draw.
Sagar bhai, you're losing. You have to make a draw.
Yeah, Sam has lost his objectivity here. H3 is now completely winning, but Surya misses it. The game is once again a draw. Rook a1 is a mistake because of king g4. Rook b1.
This is a bit too crazy for me. H3, yeah? Now just over. H3 is just over, right? I imagine.
King b1. H3, yes. Resign, I guess.
Sagar bhai, what is happening in this match?
No, I think Sam is just not wanting to draw any games. That's the thing.
H3,
F3
king
now,
f1
right?
played.
Oh, not F3.
F3. No,
Maybe not.
F3. Yeah.
H2.
Just H2, no?
H2, king g2,
And
F3.
F3 is a bit risky, but you have to be a bit accurate here. कैसे जीतेंगे?
So king f1, and this is where he's thinking right now. This is the live board position.
It should be winning, but I'm not sure. Like H2, king G2. If you go F3, king H1, is that king H1? King H3, let's say. Rook F1. I'm not sure if this is winning because Rook F2 is coming next.
Harshit bhai, the win is just
Oh,
outstanding.
oh
It's
my
just
God.
outstanding. You know what you have to do? You have to go bishop
One second,
h4.
one second. No, that's a draw.
Rook f2 is coming. But not here. You can go bishop h4, and then whatever he waits, like if king h2, you go bishop g5.
And bishop D2, bishop E1. I mean, it's impossible to find.
Crazy. With zugzwang, yeah, complete.
It's just over.
Let's see what
Oh,
has happened in the game. He went h2, by the way.
mhm.
King g2, f3, king h1. And now Surya is thinking. Surya is so much in an enjoyable position because he
Wait,
has 6 points here. Like 6 points on the board, guys. 1 for each pawn and the bishop 6 and 5 for the rook.
Sagar bhai, I found another one. Bishop F4. Rook F1. Bishop E3. King H2. King H4. Rook moves. Bishop F4 check. King H1. Bishop D2.
And rook f1.
King G3. And very importantly, Rook F2, King F2, you have the H2 square.
And if I move, bishop e1. Whoa.
Bishop E1.
Wow. What a fight, Harshit bhai. You
Yeah.
are in great form. And by the way, Surya, who used his time so well, is now able to use it. He goes bishop h4. What a move. He finds this.
Wow.
King h2, Will he find bishop g5 now?
I think so. I mean, any move. Actually, yeah, bishop g5 important. Or bishop g3 should. Bishop g3 is also winning, I think.
Yes, but bishop g3, king h1.
Bishop f4 is also should be good.
Correct.
Sagar bhai.
Bishop
If we
g5
see-
played. Wow.
Clean sweep.
And now very important move, bishop e3.
Yeah. Because if you go bishop f4, Sagar bhai, show this point. Bishop f4, king h1, king g3. You might think I'm very happy, but rook takes f2 suddenly. And it's a draw.
Well, it's an unfavorable draw.
Unfavorable.
So here bishop g5, rook f1, and now he did play bishop e3, king h1. And Harshit bhai, now your variation is coming to reality. King g3,
King g3.
rook
Yeah.
b1, bishop d2 on the board. Guys, time for Sam to resign, it seems.
Yeah. And he resigned. Insane. Insane.
What a game this was.
I
If I lose every game, I can't test the system. Okay.
no, but this one I thought you will just take and why didn't you make a draw by taking the f pawn? Wrong color, no?
Which one?
No, just go back a little bit. No, when I played this h2, I allowed you could take both the pawns.
Rook takes f2 or
I was
f4, one of the
still
things.
like this.
Yeah. Yeah, f4, rook f4.
Yeah, rook f4.
Oh, yeah. Oops.
But
No, I
then,
thought
but then you have the unfavorable draw. I thought you.
Okay, I knew that was coming no matter what, but
No, but at this point I got very
15-0, that's
ambitious.
a hell of a score.
I thought king g5 f4. I got extremely ambitious at this point.
No, it should be lost. In fact, you missed a direct win at one point, I thought. Yeah, like here h3 just makes a queen, no?
f3?
H3 just makes a queen.
No, I thought, oh, what? Yeah.
Like,
But what you found was a bit more pretty, yeah.
Yeah, well, the way in the end it was very nice with this.
is it lost the whole?
Yeah,
But
if
is
I
it
don't
lost-
play, if I don't play bishop h4, I think
No, that's a
not
very
sure
nice
I'm
move.
winning.
Yeah, that's draw, but
This was a
So
draw.
you know h3, what hallucination I had? I thought h3 king f3 h2 rook a1, but h3 king f3, of course I can just queen the pawn.
yeah.
Huh.
This was ugly.
But in the opening, I should be like I should be having great position, no? It felt somehow.
Yes.
Yeah, no, here I was sort of freestyling after the first two games, and it did not
Actually,
go well.
Actually, Sam, you found this queen d1 idea, but if you played it before going d6, then you actually have a very decent position.
I thought about that, but
Oh, I wanted to play queen a5.
Sagar bhai, c4, yeah, now queen d1.
Now queen a5.
Yeah, the problem was I didn't want him to take on g5, so like d6, bishop g5, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, but now maybe not d6, maybe some sort of queen d4 I was thinking. But practically,
Sure.
I felt black's cost of mistake is lower.
Yeah, no, I blundered. Like when I played g5, which was just stupid. I somehow forgot that after knight e4 and then d4, I can't go queen e4 because of bishop b4 check. I was only thinking of bishop g5, but yeah. Somehow here I just missed bishop.
Mm-hmm.
I was only thinking bishop g5, and then after bishop takes g5, white wins. But already.
Oh, nice.
And where did I mess up? Like I
Looks
felt like I had
like-
such a great position.
Yeah, here you were better, but you played very good
Yeah.
moves actually. All of them best.
I thought knight d3 was very, like
Yes.
not allowing any counter.
not
and
playing
everything.
knight b3 because
No,
queen
knight
f5.
b3 I thought I would be okay. But
Yeah, no, knight d3 also, it just felt so good in general, like consolidating.
I think
Yeah.
you played completely well until the point, rook a d8 instead of rook e4 was quite clean.
Ah, okay.
Okay,
Somehow I didn't
yeah.
want to give the a file. I was worried about some ab d7, rook a7, seeing some goes there. But maybe now rook e4.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I can't go queen d5.
No, when I played h5, I think this was the moment. Maybe I think h5 was too sophisticated. It was not needed.
Oh, I found like we were analyzing and we were thinking instead of h5, bishop c5, and you go king f8, king e7.
I think my connection broke.
Yeah, here bishop c5 was a nice move, Surya. Just maybe it was.
Yeah, so the same idea, but there is no time for king b on king c2.
And then the way it was played out, it was just a draw, right? I just
Yeah. You
Yeah.
defended quite actually.
Very well defended.
But is can I make a draw without losing points, or is that not possible?
I don't think it's possible. I was thinking, but like there is no scenario how you can avoid it.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah,
rook d7. I forgot that you will make me zugzwang. Yeah, like I had to play rook d7. Otherwise, if I give one pawn, then you will not agree for draw.
Well, if you give one pawn, then I don't have to make a bad draw either, right?
Exactly. So I think taking rook d7 was very important. There I was thinking.
And
well, after rook d7, you guarantee yourself 2 points, like
3 points.
Three. Yeah.
And yeah, here I should defend better to make a draw, but
what rooks? What do you mean? Rook c5 is lost. So what else can white
h3
play?
is winning.
rook h8.
So rook c1, yeah.
Rook c1 and rook h8 are draws.
Okay. Ay. All right. I'm not putting on a good show today.
Sam, do you think the scoring system is playing a role, or it's just that you are not finding?
Maybe in the last game, I think in the last game, I probably would have made a draw fairly easily at the end if I wasn't worried about, not get an unfavored draw. But the other two games, it's hard to tell when one guy's just winning all the games and no draws are happening, then it's not a very good test, but we'll see. Maybe I can make some draws in the last 5 games. So
okay. So maybe the last game for today. Should we begin?
Yeah.
If you can just put the link of the game.
Yeah, sure. And then hopefully I can not lose again.
Maybe. Did you put the link of the game? Yeah, there.
Yeah.
Okay.
We gave, yeah?
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, guys. Good luck for the last game of today.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, Sagar bhai. It's such a lead, such a big lead for Surya. And actually, this idea bishop h4, bishop t2, not easy to find in rapid. But Surya is showing that he is in sublime form, and I don't think that was a happy Sam talking to us after that match right there.
Yeah,
Big lead for Surya.
Now Surya has 15-point lead, which means Sam has to win 3 games out of the remaining 5, which is very tough. Also, Surya is white here. If he wins this game, he guarantees himself at least equal, draw in the match.
Oh, bishop e3. Will we see knight g4, bishop c1, knight f6? Before we used to, in a chess, we try to find ways to not make a draw, and in this, we are just trying to find best.
But this would be just a very, very equal draw, right? There is no material.
So, Sam, bishop e3, e6, a3, knight c6, queen e2 played. Very interesting.
Archit bhai, can you explain this queen e2 move, just blocking the bishop?
It's one of my favorite moves in Sicilian,
Really?
so I'm very happy to explain it. The point is that you want to castle long, and so if you can just create an arrow, white wants to castle long, and whenever the rook is on d1 and the queen is on e2, it doesn't come in the way of the d file, so you can go e5 and the queen on d8 will have problems. The other point is that the bishop on f1, which seems bad right now, is going to develop from g4 to g2. Bishop, like pawn g4 and bishop g2. And the queen on e2 quite often prepares the e4 to e5 break. And it also protects the e4 pawn. So very multi-purpose move, which looks strange right now, but as the game progresses, we kind of realize the importance of it being on e2.
Right. Very well explained here. But e5 is on the board, Harshit Bhai.
And we have Mayank Barkakati Sagarbai, who became a booster of Indian chess, if you can see that.
Wow. Mayank Bhai, member for 27 ones. Welcome back, Sagar. Always good to have Harshit here as well. Funny that might be a YouTube glitch where we were not notified about the stream. Guys, it's not happening just today, but also tomorrow. So do join in. Very exciting match between two good players in the world of chess, Surya Ganguly and Sam Shankland.
Yeah.
So bishop e6, Harshit Bhai, and now bishop to g5. He's playing with this dark squared bishop a lot.
Yeah, we were told to not move the same piece twice when we were kids. But of course, these kind of rules change when things become more nuanced.
Yeah, of course, Surya understands that completely. And now he moves it even without provocation. After rook c8, he takes, and plays queen e3.
Yeah, this one, being a Najdorf player, I love for black. I'm looking at the move g6 and pawn h5, trying to bring out my bishop from h6.
Ooh, so smart, so smart. If g6, log castle, you will go h5, and if I play h4...
Oh, actually, bishop at 6.
Just game over.
GG's. So, is g6 played?
Yeah, no, queen f6. He played queen e3, bishop e7, and long castle.
Yeah. Black has to kind of not allow white to get a grip of the d5 square, like bishop e7. I don't like allowing knight d5, rook d5, because then white kind of gets a grip, which is why I like this idea of g6 h5. So what to do now is a big question. I remember this concept of the move queen h6, which was the once played in a similar game by Vishy, but in a different game, but with the white pieces, with Ivanchuk, if you remember what I'm talking about.
But not queen h6, bhai.
It was queen h3, if I'm not wrong. Or
I thought it was just bishop c4 was a very good move there. Something. But here, yes. Doubling the pawns. Bishop f6, gf6 there, right?
Yeah, some concept I'm not remembering exactly, but yeah, the white's point here is to try and get a grip of the light squares, and in opposite colored positions, Sagar Bhai, the person who is attacking essentially plays like he's a piece up.
True.
I
love how queen g5 was played and then king b1. So now if you take the queen, there is an intermezzo knight e7 check, and then I take your queen. So that's the reason why Sam went bishop d8, and now Surya takes, bishop takes
h4
and puts his pawn on h4, bishop d8 and g3.
To bring your bishop from h3 to basically undermine the bishop on e6.
But I like white's chances here, Harshit Bhai, because if at some point black were to take bishop d5, rook d5, it's opposite colored bishops, but this pawn is weak and white seems to be doing very well.
Yeah, this is a very sad position for black.
So
especially especially after losing 3 games in a row, I don't think Sam is in the mood to defend at all. He's trying to play f5, trying to open up the position somehow. Give me some chance.
Just no one should blunder a pawn, because once that happens, this system is just unforgiving.
Oh, so very interesting idea. So bishop h3,
Yeah,
f5,
yeah.
for instance. Let's say rook h e1, just to show some line. Let's e5, for example. My idea that I wanted to show was that I have ef5, gf5, knight f4 at some point.
Nice one.
And
Because if
now
takes, there is a rook
yeah,
f6.
and then the black spawns are basically all coming under fire. So even if it's an endgame, it isn't short of dynamic possibilities for white.
Yeah, this is very good. And now, Rajit Bhai, after bishop d8, he did go bishop h3, g3, g6,
GC?
bishop h3 on the board.
Yeah.
Surya, do you think he'll be able to grind here, or you think this is going to end in a equal draw?
I think it will end in in a favorable draw for Surya. That's my prediction. So I'm looking at a scenario where white has this strong knight on d5 and black basically has to struggle for a draw. h5 is very typical.
Anshul Goyal in the chat says, draw khel do ek Surya bhai. Crowd also wants a draw, but now Sam has got his chance here. Harshit bhai, bishop h3, rook
played it?
h3. No, just this analysis, rook h3, and find an amazing move for black here. It's not
Rook
at all
c4
easy.
is
Rook
rook c4.
c4. What a move. Attacking here.
Yeah.
And if I defend?
And now I can basically invade with rook d4 perhaps. And
yes, or just take and rook e8, putting pressure here.
That's a good one.
Wow, and the bishop attacks this pawn. So
Yeah.
Sam can actually start turning on the heat in this position, and if he makes a comeback, we'll have such an exciting day tomorrow. He finds rook c4. Wow.
Yeah, and Surya kind of shaked his head a little bit because knight c3, which seems like protects everything, allows bishop to a5.
Yeah.
And white's position is falling apart. And you know, Sagar bhai, they say the knight on the edge is not doing so well.
Right.
And even the rook on h doing so well when it's surrounded by the pawn on h4 and pawn on g3. You know, like the positions doesn't seem to be harmonious for white.
True. This is actually a lot of pressure now on e4, and Surya for the first time in this match being put under pressure right out of the opening.
Yeah, I mean, in the first game, we also kind of saw a similar thing where Sam was able to get a big advantage from the opening.
Yeah.
But we've seen so many swings up and down throughout the match that I'm curious how this will turn out. Yeah, bishop a5 now.
Take.
And bishop c3.
Take.
bc3. ef4, I think, is an important intermediate move to have.
Yeah.
And after gf4, now take rook takes e4. And this gives black big winning chances.
At least he can make a favorable draw here. At the very least.
Yeah.
But he should try for the full points, full victory with 5 points, just to remind our viewers.
He needs it.
Yes,
F5
he needs F5 on the board.
So what's the material now? 5 pawns each.
Adhyan Garg asks a question. Is h5 and trying to double on the h file bad idea after rook c4? So after rook c4, he was like h5, take, can we double on the h file like this?
No, I mean, it's not at all a bad idea. It's a very decent idea. So nice spot there. I think it might run into g5, which might be a small problem. And now your rooks on the h file are not doing so well because of g5. But in general, if the h file was open, then your idea was very, very valid. So yeah, nice spot. But it just in this case, g5 is the problem.
So this has happened in the game. Rook d4,
Material still equal.
rook f5, rook f5. Yeah, we are all looking at the material very closely, but the quality of the pieces for white is not so great like the pawns. But now c4. Shit bhai, is it like Surya? It's impossible to beat him today.
Sagar bhai, Rasika says in the chat, एक draw की कीमत तुम क्या जानो?
By the way,
But
Rasika is the one who's written the article on this tournament. So she's following the event closely because she's
yeah.
going to write on the
Mhm.
on today as well. So just trying to figure out what's happening.
Mhm. And suddenly, um, my my analysis where I said that Black will at least, or like both of us said that Black will at least have a draw. Surya is kind of keeping the material balanced. He's like, no, I'm not going to give you a favorable draw.
Surya is just crazy, yeah. Like in this today, it seems like it's impossible to beat him. Now king b2, just improving the position. And who knows, Harshit bhai, if this rook comes here and win the
Arre.
pawn, there will be a race. And and if Surya wins this, then I will go crazy today. I mean, that would be such a terrible outing for Sam.
Yeah, of course.
King b2
Um,
on the board, step by step.
yeah, in the end game, king is a piece, so you need to include it.
True.
Just like the drink, we need to include in our diet that Surya has.
Harshit bhai, don't forget to ask the question. Next time I'm forgetting every time they are coming. I'm like, oh, this move, that move, all of these. But we have to ask, what are you drinking? And now Surya is not drinking today. I think he finished it, right?
So he's waiting for that moment to come where he gets a very good position and then he's going to get that drink.
Did you see his hand was doing like this?
He's like, Kholu kya?
The bottle is empty, but I am just. We need that drink for Surya. Otherwise, of course, Sam is going to be able to hold him or even beat him here.
Sagar bhai, in Budapest, if you can get that Indian drink, I think it will be very, very beneficial.
Yeah, Surya actually making. I mean, maybe we can ask the drink to sponsor the Indian team. We already spoke so much about it, although we don't know the name yet.
That is true. And what is the time situation? It seems like Sam is again in a bit of a think here. So he still has time. He played Rook FC5 and both players have around 10 minutes.
C3 maybe, no?
Yeah.
Oh, he
C3
played
seems.
Rook H2.
Mhm.
I think a very good idea now, Harshit bhai, is king h6, king f. Yes, he finds it. King h6, king h5. Kind of fixing this pawn and then slowly moving your f pawn.
No, I really like this idea. And now the question is if white should ever go a4.
To get his own
And
passer.
yeah, to create his own passer. So some decisions that white needs to think about, especially with the favorable and unfavorable draw.
Yeah.
This does make the game a lot more difficult in the way that you have to think about like these kind of things when you're calculating as well. Yeah, like will I get a favorable draw or an unfavorable draw?
Yeah, now these Philidor endgames are just completely not a draw. Yeah, like
Exactly. Yeah.
Philidor
So
endgame is better for the side with an extra pawn, clearly.
Yeah, first kind of long thing by Surya in this game. And he goes Rook HF2.
Yeah, he goes Rook f4 first, attacking here. Rook 8 c7 and rook hf2.
F5.
Yeah, f5, why not? And just keeping the pressure, these two pawns are really good. If we are able to trade one pair of rooks, king h5, slowly put pressure on h4. Yes, f5 on the board.
Yeah. And I mean, even if the material is balanced, we can definitely see a result in this position.
Yeah.
And Surya is thinking maybe just rook g2, wait. But you cannot wait for too long because
No,
rook
if
c4
rook
can come.
g2, yes, rook
Rook
c4 is just
c4,
game
yeah,
over.
you cannot wait. So maybe
Because after
you have
rook
to go
f2,
a4. Take g5. I mean, take rook c4. Ah, no, rook c4 is not possible. So rook
king
c5, g5.
yeah, but here you could also play rook c5.
Yeah, and then g5.
G5, huh? Wow. I would not have guessed it. Yeah, maybe take, and then g5, king
And
h5, g5.
yeah, g5. Let's see if they made. Yeah, rook b4 played. Interesting decision to stop rook c4.
Nice.
But rook c4, rook f. I don't know because rook b5, rook takes h4. Even if the material is equal, the two connected pawns should have an edge. King h5 played.
Rook b4, king h5. Great play here by Sam. Slowly putting up the pressure.
So this one seems to be not going in Surya's direction.
Yeah. He's
King
under
h5.
a lot of pressure now. But you know, Harshit Bhai, Surya has been doing this Houdini act today, escaping all the time.
Harry Houdini, the
Yes.
magician.
Rook g2. He wants to give a check and pick up this pawn.
Yeah. He's trying to
Just
find
put pressure
counterplay
more.
somehow. I think rook c4. I think trading a pair of rooks would be a good idea for
Yeah, rook c4.
black.
Beautiful. By the way, Harshit Bhai, what is your take on Hans Niemann? Recent days, he's been playing phenomenal chess, and it all began with you being there when he beat Vidit Gujarati.
Yeah, I mean, after that match with Vidit, where most of the people thought that it's 50-50 or even Vidit's a favorite,
Yeah.
Hans won that match, and after that, he's been on a roll, beating Anish Giri, Etienne Bacro,
Nikita Vitugov.
and it seems that in the match that he's playing in 2 days, Sagarbai, which we and the whole world is very eager to follow, against Magnus Carlsen.
Yes. It's
I don't know. I mean,
6th, right? 6th of September.
Yeah, and the way he's playing Sagarbai, I mean, कुछ भी हो सकता है.
Yeah, I think Magnus put it quite simply. He said, if I am in good form, I will win. He just said that.
Yeah.
But still, what Hans is doing by just taking on different players in the world, organizing his own matches, and going and playing and beating players is just phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, beating Anish in his home ground is spectacular, obviously. So a lot to watch out from him. Also recently concluded in the Singfield Cup, Firouz Ali Reja, another young kid, Sagar Bhai, who's on a roll.
Yeah, it seemed like Firuza was losing his kind of this touch after the candidates when he did not qualify. In fact, he finished at the bottom of the table. But
No,
yeah,
he did. I think Abbaso was there, but yes, one of the bottom. Yeah.
in the bottom half. Sorry, not on
Yeah.
at the end. But he did do well in the candidates. And by the way, Rook f4 was a bad move by Surya. Now
Rook
he's
C4,
he's just completely
C4.
boxed up, and
Yeah.
there would be many ways for Sam to convert this, which he should do with great care here.
Of course, the game is not over until it's over. You have to make sure that you are accurate, especially in rook endgames, which have a general drawing tendency.
Yeah. And I think, Harshit bhai, one of the things that I've noticed in the chess world is that we many times think of a player having been past his prime very quickly. Like, for example, Firuza, when he was rising, Magnus also said, like, oh, he's the next big thing and so on. And we were all waiting for him to win the candidates in 2022 or 20, like the one which he played. And he did do
Mhm.
well there. And then everyone said, oh, Firuza, I mean, he's a little bit distracted and so on. But he was just like, it's just 1 or 2 years and he's back, right up there.
I mean, having high expectations usually lead us into overestimating or underestimating a player quite drastically. But if you think about it, Sagar Bhai, he's still only 20 years old, and Wei, who was considered to be one of the biggest talents, is still rated around 2740, 2745. Sagar Bhai, in chess, um, we've seen players, I mean, Magnus is about 33, 34 now. So we've seen players doing extremely well until the age of 36, 37. We've, of course, has had exceptions with players like Anand doing much better, even if he was slightly more senior. But they have 10, 12 years of prime age looking bright at them.
Yeah.
And then we have our Indian prodigies who are not even 20 yet. So, I mean, it's going to be very exciting.
Yes, we are going to see them in action at the Olympiad. And by the way, once again, slippery as an eel, Surya Ganguly has slipped out of Sam Shankland's grasp. Look at this. This is a winning position here. Good move, King B3. And now he had to take
Take and G5, right?
and just not G5 here, because G5 was being bet with take, Rook
Wait,
F1.
do you have Rook C4 there?
Yes, Rook C4 was the winning move here.
Oh my. And take, the king pawn endgame is winning because the f pawn queens with a check. King takes H4. A4, F4, and the king queens with a check, yeah.
Very nicely spotted there. Queen and check, and black wins. So this was a miss here by Shankland. He's not in his top shape. He's actually a beautiful calculator. And now in this position, he goes Rook C8. And Surya is back in the business. Here.
Rook G2 played, yeah.
Played Rook G2. Threatening here maybe to get to G5. Oh, but now Rook C4. Is it that possible?
Still complicated position. And I think as we see the times tick down to less than 2 minutes, we are going to see a lot of imbalances happening even in this rook endgame.
Because here,
I'm expecting
here, at Rook H4 should be winning for black, but quite tough to assess. So actually, he played the move Rook H3.
Mhm.
Rook
King
G5,
F5, he wants to
King H6.
Rook G2 back to pavilion.
Yeah.
And if black goes Rook C4, like white can suddenly, I don't know, I mean, Rook C4 takes pawn to A4. I mean, it's all about whose pawn is faster.
True. Wow, this might be another. And you know what, Harshit? Here, if Surya somehow manages to win a pawn, he might start having some realistic chances to have a favorable draw.
Anything can happen in this format. As we've seen, Sagar Bhai, a lot of swings, but Surya seems to be on top of most of these roller coaster rides. And Rook H3, but is his position repeating?
No. Actually, it happened like here. Rook G5 is the position. And king h6, rook g2,
Rook
and
E3
now he
played.
played rook e3.
So take what to do? Rook D2 back, maybe? Just wait.
Well, the point here was that if you played king b5, then there is rook a3.
Yeah.
So he goes rook d4, and we'll see now what does uh, black do.
I mean, the time is, he has 3 minutes for Shankland, 7 minutes for Ganguly, guys. So 4 minutes up for Surya.
Rockstar says, what's the time left? 3 minutes for Shankland, 7 minutes for Surya.
Yeah. I think the way the match has been going, Sagar Bhai, even if Black has a big advantage, I think it's going to be difficult for Sam to convert it just because he's had 3 back-to-back losses, and it, regardless of how strong you are as a player, psychologically, I'm sure it affects you in some way.
True. I couldn't agree more with you. Right now, Sam Shankland, the only way he can come out of this situation is by winning the game. But winning is so tough right now because the moment you get a good position, you are not trusting your instincts, your calculations, and you are making those moves which are letting your opponent come back into the game.
Less than 2 minutes now. I'm getting a little worried for Sam.
Yeah, this is.
Because if by any chance Surya manages to hold this to at like 2-2, or like, he doesn't lose any points from this, that basically guarantees him winning the match.
Ooh, he goes for a check. Oh my god, very dangerous move.
A4.
Very dangerous move.
A4.
A4,
Sagar
F4.
Bhai.
And we are seeing
A5.
that you're going to lose a pawn. Oh my god.
A5.
This is
I
going to
mean,
be that unfavorable draw somehow coming in here. The crux
A5,
of
let's
this
check.
scoring
A5.
system.
Let's keep analyzing. A5.
Don't we take this, Harshit Bhai?
Just take a pawn, yeah?
Yeah, why not? Here, Surya is like waiting for pawn. Or you want to just push?
I
Also
was
looking
thinking
good.
push. F3, rook F2,
Yeah, push F3, rook F2.
king H5, A6 maybe,
King
king
G4.
G4, A7, rook back, king B5 is losing maybe
Yeah, King B5 is losing to
because
King
of rook A.
G3.
Yeah,
And
complicated.
yeah,
So I think king takes C4, as you mentioned, is good. Oh, A4, F4 played. So king takes C4 I like, maybe, as you were saying. Just take a pawn and offer a draw.
A4, F4, and just take this pawn. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan here. Although he goes rook G4. Wow.
Oh,
What's the deeper
wow.
point?
F3, rook F4. Wow. And the king is cut off, and this is like a draw on the spot.
Surya, of course, is happy with the draw here. He was
Yeah,
under
very happy
pressure.
with it. What a nice move, rook G4.
Yeah, rook G4, brilliant move by Surya Ganguly. But now, do you go rook E4,
I think
F3?
I think rook E4, A5. I think this game is going to head towards 50-50, like 2-2, like no favorable, no unfavorable, normal draw.
Let's see. I think there has to be at least one unfavorable or favorable draw, not an equal one. Rook E4
Mhm.
played on the board.
Yeah. So
A5.
A5.
A5, maybe C3.
I'm happy to take a pawn
No, but then rook a4, right?
and king b3, and I'm just trying to make a draw.
Ooh,
And rook f. Oh, thank
and you
you.
win.
He played rook e4, but now, I mean, a5? Sagar bhai, I mean, I hope
I hope Sam
Sam,
has calculated this.
yeah, because a5, and with 1 minute on the clock, I am hoping that Sam doesn't lose this as well.
True, true. Also, Surya has managed his time so well in this matchup. He has been able to have time just when he needs to think. Right now, he has 4 minutes 40 seconds.
Played it, Sagar bhai.
A5, king h5 on the board. Rook check.
King takes, rook takes g6, and f3, and we are going to see
But maybe he goes back. No, he takes.
take. I have to take. f3 played. Rook f6. King g3. a6.
Threatening rook f4.
Mhm.
6. Oh, he did play. Now rook f4.
No, if rook f4, you lose because I take, a7, queen, and then
Wow. Queen.
discovered dhamaka.
You make a queen and then check and boom. So that's not working. He
f2
goes
played.
a6, f2. Oops, sorry. f2.
So a7, rook e8. King takes c4. King g2. Something like this should be a draw, I guess.
Yeah. This should definitely be a draw with white king being close to these pots. So
Rook f8 played. Very interesting.
but what's the point after a6, f2, rook a8?
He wants to go a7. He's being ambitious.
Surya,
And rightly so.
Because Sam is down to 20 seconds on the clock.
Okay. I think rook f4 is just a draw. Rook f4, take, a7, queen, b1, just a draw.
No, but then what a draw, Harshit Bhai. c4 pawn falls.
Now
And
c2 also falls. Na Sagar. Sagar.
Let's see.
Oh,
Rook.
actually, no, I don't know. This is complicated.
Rook e1 played. And now king takes c4.
Wait, can you give perpetual now? a7 and then you give perpetual and you are equal material. Damn. Yeah, he's laughing because he knows, yeah, a7, rook a1 and you can give perpetual for its equal material. Very, very funny game.
Yeah, this one we are not going to get this unfavorable or favorable situation.
Yeah, just checks. And unfortunately, you don't have the c4 pawn with you.
But let's see. How does it go? Ooh, a7.
Yeah, rook a1.
Check.
Just checks.
And
Check,
a draw,
check.
draw with equal material. An equal draw is on the board. Check. Wow, what a game. What a save here by Surya, who was utterly lost.
I should have lost just because of playing f4. Like I should have been punished. I mean, how can I play f4?
Really bad. This should.
Yeah.
So rook c4 is not winning. Yeah.
f4 is just unforgivable. I mean, how it is possible?
F4 was not good.
Yeah, I mean, I was already very comfortable, but it's not like black's better or anything.
No, here I mean, okay, black cannot be better. Yeah, like I can just play anything, like something normal, something sensible. F3, rook d3. I mean, there are. I should not be struggling here. But once I played f4, it was such
After
a
f4, it's just worse, I think. But
yeah, completely. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
there was.
You could have played you could have you waited one move with rook c5. I thought you could immediately go for this king pawn endgame thing.
Let's go forward. I mean, I surely was winning like in 6 different ways. Just today, obviously, I was in horrible form. But yeah, like this should just be horrible for white, but somehow I didn't manage to find a way through.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, this-
Surya, you defended well here, it seemed.
Yeah, the favorable draw was killing. No, I should just maintain this setup maybe here itself. Maybe
Yeah,
here
yeah.
king b3. Rook b4 was a bit naive.
And
Yeah,
now
so you
Yeah,
think,
there was,
this is
yeah, there was
very-
rook c4. And
yeah, this,
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
king b-
no. Yeah, now why not to take and play rook c4?
yeah.
yeah, that's
Oh.
the winning.
Because my king is coming to c. This is what I did not realize, that king on c4 is so bad.
yeah. No,
Now it is
I-
queen check.
somehow I
Wait,
thought I
can you
could.
go king c3?
Well,
Why not king c3?
here?
And then
Yeah.
there is,
Does it make
So king h4, I guess.
yeah, king h4 and then queen f3 check in the end. Changing the queens.
But f4 is just winning.
f4 a4?
Yeah. King g.
f3 king d2?
King
No,
h4.
I'm not sure. So a5, king g3, a6, f2. Queen g2 check at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, king g.
Yeah. Yeah, so this was the way. Once it was the double rook, was I winning somehow? I felt like I should be, but I couldn't find it.
No, now it was very complicated, I think.
Yeah, like here, if I go rook c4, if I go rook c, what happens if I go rook c2 here? I was just trying to figure this out.
So
Take-
takes and
take-
king d5?
and then rook g2. And that
a4.
wasn't-
a4.
a4, rook g4, and then rook f1, and I thought you make a draw.
But maybe this is better. No, now you'll get the favored draw at least.
Yeah, but I was still trying to win a full point. But,
Oh, you will
Ah.
get the favored draw, right? Because it'll be
yeah,
a
Yes.
this is
perpetual
gonna be a
check.
draw, yeah.
Yes.
Or,
Yeah,
or you
so-
will try to make a queen or something with the rook.
Yeah,
and-
no, I should have done this and then made at least favor draw. But go back to even after rook h3, there was nothing. Somehow I felt like I should win, but I guess there was nothing here.
Once I got the king to b4, I was feeling confident.
Yeah,
I could be
and
wrong
then-
here.
No, I
Here,
missed rook
Surya,
g-
did you get a little ambitious with the favorable draw or something?
Yes, because there were many moments where I could take the c pawn and then give perpetual with the rook. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
So I was really hoping for that.
Yeah, no, after f4 is rook g4 only move though. I just somehow missed this when I was calculating from afar.
King
No,
c4.
There are many
Looks-
ways to draw, like rook g1.
Well, so if I play a5 here, I'm losing. Yeah. a5,
I
f3,
thought
rook
that's
f2,
what I
king
thought.
h5.
F3, and don't I win?
Rook f2,
King
king h5. Yeah. This felt very,
thought
very
this was-
scary.
What if after f3 rook g4 still?
And then I can go rook e5, no?
Yeah, rook e5, rook f5. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I thought that this was winning, but
But what is this? This is lost, right? How? Why
That's
it is
what I thought.
showing
Apparently, computer says it's draw.
king g3,
No,
rook f1 and rook a1. Yeah.
2 and then.
And just
Oh,
push the
okay,
pawn.
okay.
Okay, at least I get favored draw though, yeah.
Yeah. No, this is what I was worried about. Like, I will not be able to eliminate the rook. He'll start
Check,
go
check,
rook
check.
a1, rook
Yeah.
b1. Yeah.
This is a draw,
Yeah.
but a favored one.
Favorable draw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was on really bad form today. Poor Venceslav. I mean, he comes up with this brilliant format, and there's no favored draws on the first day. But
Yeah, not a single favorite draw. No, here, what did I play? I played rook. Why didn't you play rook e8 after rook f8?
sorry, I don't know because I didn't see it. I was just on horrible form all day.
Yeah, here rook e8 just, I thought.
Oh.
Because now I think you're surely getting favored draw. Rook f2 and then you start giving some sort of perpetual.
Wow.
But-
Yeah, this would have been smart.
Yeah, rook e8 would have been a nightmare.
Nice.
This would have, given Sam maybe a extra point here, like 2 points.
2 points. Yeah.
Yeah, just rook e1 and keep checking.
Yeah.
But in the game, it was very important that I got this perpetual. Then I'm just making
Yeah,
with
somehow I
equality.
was still trying to win, but I somehow missed that I can't go king f3 because after king f3 just makes.
Yeah.
I thought my plan was to go king f3, rook f8, king e2, and I win, I think, or at least I have chances.
Yeah, but
But
then
he
I win. Yeah.
makes a queen, and I don't get the queen at the end, which, or I mean, he will win, so this is not working.
Yeah.
But yeah, rough day.
Yeah, well, but the match is still on. Technically, anything can happen tomorrow because
Yeah,
20
of course. I'm
points.
gonna come back.
20
I'm gonna
points
come
at
back and
stake.
play better tomorrow. I mean, today, like I was much better in this first game I lost. I was winning the second game I lost, and I was probably winning this last one. So I had my chances. Just tomorrow I'll be on better form.
Yeah, it could have been exactly opposite actually. First game you were winning, second game also at some point you were winning. This game you could have won.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the third game I sort of never should have. Well, I could have held that. I could have made a draw there, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Did
Yeah.
the over the board play pan out as you guys maybe thought about it while you were preparing for the match, like with this format, or it was
Yeah, so
completely
for me, like basically what I did was I just went through Surya's chessable course and I found that in this Queen C2 Nimzo, he is giving some line that ends in perpetual with black down all the pieces. I'm like, yeah, let's just do this over and over. Unfortunately, D4, D5 came, but it was funny actually. The more I was looking it up, I actually Surya was saying it was hard to find lines with black. I actually disagree. I thought like there weren't almost any lines with black that you couldn't play. Like I was trying to like think like there's some. I was thinking like there is this line in four knights in e4, e5 where like black sacks two exchanges and with like d5 and knight takes d5 and rook takes d5 and gives a perpetual with two exchanges down. But he has many other ways to equalize. And then I was like trying to think of ways to like force draws with white with extra material. I actually don't think you can really do it very easy. So
Yeah,
I
it's
wasn't
not.
too.
But there are some openings which you really cannot play, like Marshall type of openings is just
Yeah,
completely.
Marshall was the one I was thinking like this just can't be played. But like other than that, I couldn't really think of any that really allowed some.
You probably cannot play Grunfeld as well for sure.
Why not?
I mean, like there are some lines where like e4. I mean, I'm sure that there are some
Yeah,
lines
like
where,
for example, bishop c4 knight e2 the main line. You cannot at
yeah,
least play this b6 because then some take on c5, take that exchange on a8.
Yeah, okay. I mean, with Grunfeld, you could, but there's like a million things you can do after bishop c4. It's still playable. I mean,
Yeah. So for the first time, I prepared for an opponent without looking one single game of his. Because it makes
Yeah.
no sense, because anyway, it's more about thinking about the opening where you are sacrificing material and avoid it.
no, this has been
I
great.
was-
I don't think I can't remember ever smiling this hard after getting my ass kicked. I mean, that's just not like a thing for me. So normally when I get clobbered like this, I'm in a horrible mood and I'm all pouty and I don't give good interviews and everyone thinks I'm a square. But this was fun and I'm looking forward to writing the ship tomorrow.
fantastic. Thank you, Sam, for being a great sport, and congrats, Surya, for a great first day, and all the best for tomorrow. Also, some preparations perhaps in between.
Yeah, actually, after it would be very interesting to see, once the match is over, how we
Yeah.
prepared. I'll be very
Well,
curious.
I've
because-
already sort of told you what I did. I didn't prepare very much. I just thought come in well rested and see if he falls for this Nimzo idea, which he didn't.
No, me
So-
neither. But I was thinking about what openings to play and what not to play.
Right.
So
Maybe tomorrow, more about that.
maybe tomorrow. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Thanks, Sagar and Harshit.
yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Good luck,
Bye,
guys, for tomorrow.
See you.
Bye bye.
Take care. Bye.
That was
That
the
was the first
conclusion
day.
of day one.
Yes, very interesting system. Although we couldn't see it in like full flow because there were no favored draws or unfavored draws. But I'm sure that the world will look to it and try to see like if there's something
Definitely.
here in this
Mhm.
system.
Mhm.
Let's see tomorrow, Harshit bhai. Thank you for being with me. My health was not the
course,
best.
Sagar bhai.
So
Yeah, I hope you feel better, and I'm sure Sam is also trying to make his chess feel a bit better. We are all trying to be better day by day, Sagar bhai, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
yes, and Harshit bhai, look who we have just as you are about to leave. We have the founder of this system with us. Venceslav
Wow.
is here. Hello, Venceslav. Just connecting to the audio. Hello, Venceslav. Can you hear us?
Yeah. So first time, I prepared for an opponent without looking one single game of his. Because it makes
He has
no
the
sense.
stream
Because
on.
it's about.
Hello, Venceslav. Can you hear us? Hi.
Hi.
Hello, guys.
How was the
Hi.
first day for your
I
system?
am joining you. Okay, let me make a few changes here. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you very well.
How was the day one for you of your system?
It was exciting in a way, and you made a very good contribution because you were emphasizing all the time what would happen if people could use my system. Because usually the complaint that I hear is that this will destroy chess, but actually it turns out that there is something new, something refreshing with the new system. Because in addition to considering, I am talking to them, Leah. Because whenever people are making decisions, they have to take all these considerations into account. So tomorrow, I suggest that you emphasize the fact that Sam Shankland probably cannot win the prize, so Surya will definitely get 2,000, but then the other 2,000 is up for grabs, and Sam can get a substantial part of that prize money.
But he could
But he
also
has
win,
to-
right? If Sam wins all the 4 games, he can win the tournament.
Yes, he can win by winning 4 games, or maybe it's enough to win 1 game, and 3 favored draws would be also good.
Mhm.
Because 3 favored draws are better than 1 win.
Mhm.
1 win is 5 points, and you also have 3 unfavored draws, so that's 8 points altogether, and 3 times 3 is 9. So you see the calculation.
Yeah.
This is one of the points that people will argue about. If you have a 4-game match and you win 1 game, and then you have 3 unfavored draws, then you lose the match, and everybody will say, how can you lose the match if the opponent didn't win any game? But
Yeah.
this is something to discuss.
Right.
I also was one question by my side, like of course, like we are also used to the traditional style of playing. How did you like come across like this thought of creating this variant?
Well, basically, I am a scientist, and now that I am retired, I have more time to think.
Mhm.
I thought that I can accomplish something in chess by playing, and that obviously didn't work out quite well. I am at the level of, I think right now I am below 2,000 because I'm getting old. Anyway, so as a scientist, I know that there is something called thinking outside the box. And it's a very logical continuation, because if you say draws are unavoidable, and with better and better players, you will have a significantly higher number of draws, then can we do something about that? And then you come to the second question, who is a better player? You can have an end with, let's say, 2 knights against a single king, and this will be a draw. But is this fair? Because the guy with 2 knights is obviously significantly better in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And once you have this idea, then obviously you can start thinking about how to structure everything. This is the current version that I am proposing, and it's very simple and workable. The next complication would be that we start talking about whether a knight is better than
A bishop.
a bishop, or the other way around. And if you look at the computer evaluation, it turns out that the bishop is better than the knight. And then do we take that into account? The complication then is how to count the number of points or the units on the board. And
Mhm.
also, somehow, it's such a dramatic change that I am reluctant to support something like that. So I would say if we go with the system 359, it seems to work quite fine. And some people will say, well, you had no favored draws in this case. But the
Yeah,
games were
but
interesting, and they became much more interesting because people had to consider if I offer
exactly.
a draw, I will lose points basically.
No, you're right, because just the thought of the favorable and unfavorable draw definitely made them choose decisions based on that. So I'm sure that that extra thought kind of made the game more interesting for both sides.
Yeah, the second thing that I noticed today was basically a a sad fact that people were making a lot of errors and simply saying it doesn't make sense to use this system when you have a rapid game. You need a very, very slow game between two very, very strong players. And I would like to try something like this for the World Championship, but obviously people are not going to accept that. Maybe,
Right.
maybe.
Right, but you
Yeah,
you devised a system and you were kind of keen enough to put up a prize fund, find the players. It's not every day that someone does that. Many people come up with some idea but don't have the will to put it out there.
Yes, as a scientist, I know that when you have an idea, you have to do something about that. And once the idea becomes a little bit more accepted by the rest of the community, then obviously other people will come with new ideas. Anyway, so the first thing that I did was that I asked for copyright protection. So
mhm.
this is my intellectual property at this moment. Obviously, I am giving you permission to use it, and I am supporting the whole thing. This first step will definitely show that the system works and it can refresh the chess game. So let me also tell you what the main complaints are. And this is coming from people who don't know much about chess and from, let's say, some top grandmasters. If you are conducting an attack, you are much more willing to sacrifice material if you see that there is some kind of a perpetual check if the attack doesn't work.
Mhm.
And it's a valid problem.
Mhm.
I don't have a solution except to say that, well, better players should win. If you are a better player, you will be able to calculate further and you will win games. If you are sacrificing something for an attack, although the position is bad, that's not the right way to play chess, and you deserve to be punished somehow.
Right. Okay, Venceslav, this was very nice for us as well. Something new. We've been playing chess all our lives. Something new for us, and we are excited for tomorrow. So, thank you for giving this new system to the world.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
See
Thank you
you.
for organizing and spending time with this. So we didn't clarify what the financial arrangements are. So will you? Who is in charge of finances over there?
Yes, I will write to you. Don't worry. But we'll first finish the match for tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Bye, Venceslav. See you.
Yeah. Thank you very much,
Thank you.
and
Thank
have a
you.
good night.
Good night. Bye, Harshit. Bye. See
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Thanks a lot, Sagar bhai. See you.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
Guys, that was Venceslav and that was Harshit who was here, and also a fantastic day. Surya Ganguly dominated day one with 17-2. Will Sam Shankland come back tomorrow? We will wait and watch. Until then, guys, thank you all for following. Bye bye.